7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 319. I'm your host, Travis. I want to welcome you all in, and especially right now, our members who are watching us record this live. Thank you all for joining us here. If you guys want to watch us record the show live, we've only got basically one more here this year, and then maybe when we do the off-season, we'll do just some public live shows here to kind of drum up some business for some members here. So, show presented to you by Rev X Products. For anybody who didn't check it out last week, make sure to go check out our Charlotte SMX review. We had Dan from Rev X Products on here, and me and James basically tried to break him down with his products there and make him stumble over his words, make him tell us that he was selling snake oil, etc., etc. So, thanks to Rev X Products for keeping the lights on here. Also on board with us, Worx, Complete Racing Solutions, Holster Co., TLR Coatings, Flo Racing, and Alias MX, and NANO XTREME, giving you our NANO XTREME painful take. And in studio with me, and we know he will have some painful takes, so we'll just go ahead and put this right here. Justin's back. Hey, bud.
Oh, how's it going?
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, buddy.
I know. Are we gonna see each other more during Supercross?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because not seeing you every week, it just breaks my little heart to pieces sometimes.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I really care less. It's fine. It's whatever. So anyway, if you catch me looking up here, our guy in the corner over here, Seth, actually has the camera set up, hooked
Hey, man,
up
can
up
you do
there.
better?
I'm sorry.
Can you do better?
Hey, pause. Hold on.
Pause. I'm being berated.
We're gonna give credit here, okay? We're gonna give credit. Seth showed up on time. Actually beat Justin here, which is amazing because usually I don't even beat Justin here. And we were ready to go 10 minutes before 6, which is absolutely fucking amazing, to be honest with you.
Now hold on. Mind you, the past 2 shows before that, I showed up before you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I
Look,
showed up
no one
outside for 30 minutes.
no one remembers the positives, only the negatives.
I know.
And the negative was you were fucking 30 minutes late last
Just like
week.
nobody remembers Scottie Pippen, only Michael Jordan.
Yep, basically that's sad. No, I think people remember Scottie Pippen, Carmen Electra, buddy. Just watching that doc all the time, brother.
Calm down, buddy.
Just for her.
Calm down.
Just because she's in it.
Just stop.
Still looks amazing. Unlike Pamela Anderson.
Nope. We don't have time for that.
What about Jennifer Love Hewitt? See that picture resurfaced recently?
What about Sarah Michelle Gellar?
I haven't seen a picture of her recently.
She doesn't look bad.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's just a thick mama at this point.
So is Nelly Furtado.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a picture of her. How about Hillary Duff?
Oh, don't even get me started. That's like my childhood.
You okay?
Buddy. That's my
Are you okay
No,
over there?
no, that's my childhood, buddy.
Some just hit the bottom of the table, guys.
That was my childhood, bud. That was my childhood.
It's not that big.
That was my childhood, buddy. Hillary Duff was my childhood.
Have you seen pictures of her recently?
No, from like last year.
Man.
Is it bad?
No.
Oh.
No.
Are you sure it wasn't you that hit the table?
No. That butt. Hillary
Where is
Duff.
this show going right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Wait till we get to halftime.
By the way, guys, this show is going to be labeled Burn It Down.
The halftime is going to be wild. We are going to call Cole during halftime. I was trying to get Eric on. He is not responding to me because he hates me.
He does hate you. You're not friends anymore.
So, no Eric apparently tonight. So it's me and Justin in studio breaking down St. Louis SMX. Okay, so I want to start off before we actually start getting into the racing here and breaking it down. Let's go this direction. Steve brought this up on one of his shows this week, and I liked it a lot. And I had talked about something last week, so I want to get your thoughts on this, okay? We have now had, what are we on, 8? We've now had 8 rounds of SMX.
Yep.
Any of these tracks doing anything for you?
So let's go back through them. 2023. Obviously, the first one in Concord was a joke.
Yep.
I
No
like
one really knew what to expect.
I like Chicago. I mean, we were there at Chicago. Chicago was good.
Chicago, I thought was good.
Chicago, just because of what they did with the infield. Obviously, the dirt was definitely the best we've seen, but that was more outdoors. But still, it had a little bit of everything. It had some technical, had some tight stuff. A few rhythm sections. It had some, fast-paced stuff. So you got the outdoor feel. The truest, in my opinion, the truest actual hybrid track we have seen on this whole thing.
Yep.
Las Vegas was kind of cool because you did in the turnstile, whatever. But I mean, it got really.
You mean LA?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
LA was good, but so it had some flavor to it, but eventually it just came down to being really one line. So then we go to last year, go back to Concord. Garbage. Fort Worth, the layout was fine, but the dirt was terrible, so that gets
that first moto was good.
The first moto was great.
First 450 moto was
yeah,
good.
The first 450 moto was, I mean, that was an all-time moto.
That was an all-timer, yep.
But the dirt was terrible, and it got a little bit to the point that, I mean, it was blue groove, and it got really unsafe. And then,
then we went to Vegas.
And then we went to Vegas. I didn't like the track. Back again to Concord. We got to stop going to Concord because, honestly, this drag strip thing is, and I know you mentioned this in the comments from last week, I'm over drag strips. They're freaking terrible.
They're not great.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Or it's terrible. It's just not good. And last night, as I said in our group text, I think the track was cool, and it would have been a great track to just hammer out motos on if this was at a facility. But as far as racing, one line, just follow the leader, and then obviously we don't know, but I've seen the layout, as I'm sure everybody else has. Again, Vegas next week looks like it's gonna race like
the drag
next week.
strips aren't doing it.
No.
I like that we tried yesterday at St. Louis. Okay, we tried. It didn't work. So let's not do that again. We can't go back to a stadium unless it's a huge stadium.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
We need to do more speedways.
Yeah, so I had brought this up, and again, I don't think the speedways are necessarily the end-all, be-all either. I had brought this up last week. So from what I've heard, they're not necessarily married to any of these places. Feld isn't. They are looking for different venues. They are pitching this to different places of we can come in and set the whole thing up. We will bring bleachers, we will bring lights, we will bring dirt. We will bring a race, a la kind of what they did in Nashville, I think, with that, whatever it was, hard and dirt. No, what was it? The Red Bull thing there.
Yeah, I know.
Down just off Broadway or whatever.
Yep.
Something like that, right? So the question I pitched the guys last week is, what are some venues? Because, it's playoffs. Should be epic venues, right? Should be epic. The Dome at America Center is not epic. Now, I understand we're limited. It's football season, so where we can go isn't everywhere. Any thoughts? I had pitched Bristol. Okay. I thought Bristol would be fucking cool, right?
I think Dover would be cool if it was just pure Supercross.
Yeah.
Well, you know where I'm always going to go with this, but you guys always shit on me because I always bring it up. But you know exactly where I'm going to go.
Where?
What place do I always pitch?
Circuit of the Americas.
I always pitch COTA.
We did talk about that.
I always pitch COTA.
We talked about that. I think James brought that up last week.
Is there an echo? What was that noise?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's me. I'm always going to bring that up, dude.
Yeah.
To me, I'm sorry, and I know that people who listen to the show and have heard me talk, I've always said this, but I'm always going to say COTA.
Yeah.
COTA to me, I understand the viewing would be a little bit hard if you're in the grandstand, so that's what they'd have to figure out a way to bring everybody closer.
But I agree.
But I think if you're talking about the most epic venue in the United States for a situation like this, I don't think you can beat COTA. I'm sorry. And here's the thing, too. You're never going to sell out of a place like that.
No.
You're never, and we're going to get to last night, the crowd. But
COTA didn't look great.
I just don't think you can beat COTA. I'm sorry, dude. I implore anybody to argue with my point on that, but I don't think you can beat COTA. I just don't think so.
So I agree with that. I also threw out Indy Motor Speedway.
Indy Motor Speedway would be great, too.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway, yeah.
I mean, dude, where they go through when they do the Formula 1 or IndyCar, but when they do the street course.
Yeah, there's a lot of room on that infield. I know I've been there for MotoGP.
Yeah.
A lot of room on that infield that you could do, not even in the golf course itself.
Yeah.
So,
Laguna Seca would be interesting.
Laguna Seca would be cool. Yep. I didn't think about there. Which again, these are the kind of epic venues. I said the Rose Bowl is one that would be cool. Obviously, the Big House would be a fun one to do. I don't know, like other stadium wise. I don't know. Obviously, Dan brought up like we did straight rhythm on the beach there, wherever it was.
That would be That would be very, very interesting. Do something in on the coastline in California.
Which the thing is like, yeah, it would cost a shitload of money, but like if Red Bull did it for that one-off event, like,
and we saw how well that went.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, there was
tons of people.
I'm really mad that we don't have straight rhythm anymore. If I'm being totally honest.
I understand, but so it's like things like that. Like I had brought up like going to Hawaii or something. Now, logistic wise, that would be tricky. But another one is like whatever Packers Stadium up there too.
Oh yeah. Lambeau Field.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like venue. Like if the playoffs are going to be the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like the venue just needs to be like next level, in my opinion. Or you need to be somewhere that's like next level.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of them. Obviously, like as you said, this is during football season. It makes it a little bit tricky.
Yes.
But there are a lot of places that you could go that really just with the soil in the area, the mystique of the actual area and the venue. Yeah, I mean,
I made a joke that it was too bad that the Disney Speedway wasn't still there.
No shit.
Because that would be a sweet one to have, right?
I think honestly they should go to where we do the Formula One for Miami.
I brought that up too. Yep.
Yeah, where the Dolphins play.
Soccer stadium.
Yeah.
You could go outside because the pits are right there too by the stadium, aren't they? Yeah. So you could. Could
you imagine going in and out of the stadium? I mean, dude, that area where they have where we do the Formula One. I mean, that's a great setup. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places, man. There's a lot of places you could go.
There has to be better places in Vegas than the drag strip.
Oh,
especially with Formula One being there now, there has to be better places that we can go in Vegas. Like, dude, why can't you do something out there? There's from what I've seen, there's room by the Sphere.
Oh yeah.
To like, you could do it there somewhere. Like, bring it in, set it up, make it happen.
I mean, honestly, and I know that this would be a long-term project, but it's just kind of a thought that I just had. But again, I know this would be a long-term project, but we all know that we go to some of these outdoor races and all this property that they have in the certain areas. I mean, dude, why don't we just build a one-off?
Well, see, okay, so this was brought up on the Blair Mathis project this week, right? And I hate, referencing all these other shows sucks, but whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Daniel Blair's kid said, look, we should do, the first one is a full-blown supercross race. Second one, we go to some moto track and do a moto. Double points, 2 moto format, right?
Yep.
And then the third one's a triple crown somewhere. Three points.
I love
triple
it.
Points.
I love it.
And I'm like, dude, that to me makes all the sense in the world. Like, why would you not?
I love it.
That to me makes
because
sense.
I think we got stuck in this idea of when we did this. The tracks themselves need to be hybrid. We didn't get it. We got too stuck in the fact of they need to be hybrid tracks. They need to be hybrid tracks, not the overall feel of it, because it can still be playoffs with a situation like that.
Yeah.
Supercross outdoors, and then do
some sort of hybrid.
Yeah,
something.
it doesn't need to be. This is half an outdoor track. This is half a supercross track, because then it really would. Because then you also could get a better feel where we're not going in half-assed where you have last night, where you have one freaking rhythm section or like Concord, and the rest of the track we're setting the bikes up for outdoors. Like you literally would have to go in with the idea that hey, we're coming in, and I think the first round coming off nationals should be set up for outdoors. Should be outdoors because then it'll be a smooth transition. You already know what your bike's gonna, already set the bike up. Going to outdoors. Second round is Supercross, so then we could go in and we don't have to second guess. So because we do know that we go to some of these races and people are half-assed on their chassis setup, so like that takes away from the racing because people don't know what to expect. You go in knowing it's going to be Supercross, and then like you said, the last round is a Triple Crown.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't need to be married to the idea that the fact that the tracks need to be hybrid. It can just be hybrid in the sense that it's one, then another, and then another.
Yep. And again, I think the playoffs are working to an extent, right? People are coming back. People are doing this.
Oh, especially after last night.
Yeah. However, I just think there's improvements that could be made.
I think we're slowly starting to see the decline, though, on people's excitement, though. I think for the first year, everybody was like, holy crap. And then I think the second year, because the points were really good going in the final round. But I honestly think had last night's situation not happened and it would have just been par for the course and, the people that we all thought were going to win, I'll be real honest with you, dude. I would have watched no matter what, and I'd have been in it because it's moto, and I love talking about this shit. But as far as the excitement goes,
yes,
I think people's excitement is already starting to wane a little bit because the racing hasn't been good.
No, the
It
racing,
hasn't.
like we said, and until Steve brought this up, I didn't even think about it this week. Of like, other than that first 450 moto in Dallas, really hasn't been that great.
No, it hasn't. It's not been great.
So, okay, well, I just wanted to, explore your mind there with what you had thought, because like I said, I had some different thoughts, and I do like I said, I do like Blair's kids idea there of the single triple double or the single double triple points, and we do those rounds like that. But yeah, I think there needs to be some more creativity to what we do.
We need to get away from drag strips, and we need to get away from Concord.
Yeah. So, all right. So, with that being said, full pack show here tonight. Eric is not coming on. So anyway, we're going to talk 450s. We'll go into halftime. We're going to call Cole during halftime. We're going to go ahead and do some TLR tinfoil hat and some Holster Co. rants about some of the situations that have happened this week here.
Boy. Burn it down.
In the real world. So, if you guys don't want to listen to that or whatever, you might want to skip halftime, because we're definitely going to touch on the volatile issues that are plaguing our country here. So that'll be a thing. Then we'll do 250s, and we'll get this wrapped up. But let's fire off here. 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Gutter Works. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. Well, Hunter Lawrence is Mr. Second Round, bro. Every single year.
Dude, that first moto, he was locked in.
Locked in, bro. Locked in harder than Deegan after practice.
Dude, we'll get to that. No, man, he's been good, and everybody keeps bringing this up. If it wasn't for who his brother is, I understand too. You look at, since he's moved up to the class, like he wouldn't have beat Chase last year for the outdoor title, but you look at some of these other situations and you go, man, like Hunter could have a couple 450 titles by now.
I mean, they brought up on the broadcast last night. If Jett's not there, he's won.
We look at Hunter in a whole different light, to be honest.
Several titles.
Yeah, and this goes back to my question that I posed after Iron Man about like him getting away from Jett or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to keep denying the fact of how good Hunter really is, and I think that sometimes, we need to, when we're talking about Hunter, I think that we need to take Jett out of the equation.
Yeah.
And I know that people in our industry can't do that.
Yeah.
Just like they couldn't ever take Ricky out of it or Stu out of it or, RV out of it when it was Dunge. We need to take Jett out of the equation and put him over here and look at Hunter for who Hunter actually is and how good he really is.
Which is the second best 450 rider right now?
Right now, yes, he is. It's hard to debate right now. Like before, in outdoors, before Chase went off, he wasn't, but right now he is. He is the second best guy.
Yeah.
I think that we need to take Jett out of it, and we need to start looking at him. And I know people are like, well, you can't do that. Because yes, we can. This is all hypothetical shit we're talking about here. This is whatever.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
It's my fucking show.
Yeah. But we need to take him out of it and look at how good Hunter really is. And Hunter's damn good.
Yeah.
He is damn good, dude. I don't think
he has come around.
I don't think he gets enough credit that he deserves. I'm being fully honest. Now, I understand all through Supercross, he's had good rides, but it's like he still has had his up and down moments, but he still's been really good when he's been healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's a little unfair. I understand that this world's not fair, and it's hard because when you got that, that freak over there that's your brother Jett, but that doesn't mean we can't give Hunter his flowers and talk about how good he really is, because, dude, he is damn good.
Yep.
He is damn good. And I'll just say this, and I don't know, maybe you wouldn't disagree, even though you are the Jett homer. He's prettier to watch ride than Jett. He's smoother than Jett is.
I don't know about that.
He's smoother than Jett. I mean, when you have other people, we like to talk about all these people say things. Like, he obviously doesn't have as much talent as Jett, and he doesn't do the things that Jett does. But if you talk about from just what he does on a lap-to-lap basis, it doesn't wow you like Jett does. But you just watch how he is on a consistent, where he rarely is ever getting loose, where Jett is now starting to get to the point that he is a little bit more comfortable going into the red zone. Hunter just doesn't do that. And whether you want to say that's a detriment or not, okay, fine, that's a different story. But I think he's smoother than Jett. He's not faster than Jett, but there's a lot of times that I watch Hunter and I go, man, he didn't wow me like Jett did, but he definitely hit that section a lot smoother consistently than Jett did. It just didn't blow my brains because, he didn't do some ridiculous quad or some crap. So, I don't know. I just don't think Hunter gets the credit that he deserves.
No, not at all.
He needs to shave that whatever he's got going on up here, though.
Man, dude, he's good. He's my best friend. He can do whatever the fuck he wants also.
The fuck
because he's my best friend. You should see the house they're building. It's sick.
Where is it, in Florida?
I don't know.
No, tell him he should build it somewhere else.
I was just making it up.
Oh, you were making it up?
Because he's my best friend.
Oh.
So I know things.
I mean, he probably has enough money to build another house.
No, dude. He said he needed that payroll to come through tomorrow, or on Monday here, Feld. Which I found ironic, to say the least.
Nah, you're not getting...
He's just putting that out there.
You're not getting paid.
So,
anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool to see. All right. Let's go into our 45-minute Jett glazing session here. So Jett goes 4-1 for second overall. This is for everyone else.
Oh my God, do we have to do this every year?
I mean, dude, okay. What is one of the things that you have been hard on him? Well, he can't come through. He can't come through like they used to.
Well, I mean, yeah,
that was pretty fucking good last night, bro.
Yeah, he was.
And I'll tell you what, he's got that vet rider mentality, just like they were talking about. Of like, at the beginning, he's like, don't panic. Don't panic. Almost to his detriment of don't panic. Of I'm just going to chill, whatever. And we keep talking about it, too. Like, where's his ceiling?
Well,
we haven't seen it.
You got to specify a ceiling, though, because I think that, and I'm not the only one saying this, Stu has also said this multiple times, he's not going to get any faster. It's not the speed. It's just what we're talking about, his ability to analyze things and stop going off of how fucking naturally talented he is and doing the things that he does now. Because now it's not me saying it, and fine, you guys can disagree with me, and it's your right to disagree with Stu, too.
Yeah.
But Stu has said this many times, because people have obviously asked him the same thing.
But I disagree with Stu. I don't think we've seen the top of it.
Nah, I don't think he's going to go much faster, man. I think that his ability to do it consistently is going to change.
Brother, he went 3 seconds faster a lap in qualifying, which we all went, holy shit, that's amazing.
He didn't go 3 seconds faster than second place.
And then he went 2 to 3 seconds a lap faster than those guys in the main coming through. Not, hey, he's out in front just ripping. Not, hey, he can only do that in a qualifying lap. Multiple laps in a row in the first main, he was multiple seconds a lap faster than those guys.
Okay, it's not like we haven't seen people do that before. That's why I said he had a really good ride, but that's the thing is that this stuff doesn't impress me because I've seen that stuff a million times. I don't think he's going to get any faster. I think his ability to do it on a consistent basis, because at some point, you can only go so fast on a dirt bike before your body gives out or the bike just doesn't do it. Like, everybody keeps talking about, oh, things are going to progress. Let me ask this hypothetical. Do you think in 10 years, just because the bikes are going to be better, somebody's going to go faster than what Jett's going? Because at some point, physics come into play, and you can only go so fast on a dirt bike before your brain can't catch up to how fast you're actually going. We've reached a level, and I still believe what I believe about Stu and Ricky, if you would have taken them and then put them on modern technology. But if people actually believe that in 10 years, somebody's going to actually go faster than what Jett's doing at his peak, I challenge you that, and I don't want to get scientific, physics come into play. You can only go so fast.
I won't disagree with that. Now, I do believe, and I'm with you here. I believe if you put drop Stu in modern day with modern technology, I do believe he is faster than Jett. However, I believe the percentage that he could hold that together is so small, and with the way Jett's brain works, Jett would be like, okay.
Like Ricky used to do.
Yeah, like, I'll just keep pushing you, and you're either going to beat me because you are legitimately faster, or you're going to hit the deck.
And that I will never disagree with. I fully agree with you on that statement.
But I also believe that there is a level of speed with Jett that I don't even know if Ricky would have had. I believe Jett is like so much of a mix of them that like he has that ridiculous Stu speed that we all talk about still to this day of fastest man on the planet. He has that and can go there for such a period of time it breaks everyone else.
I don't disagree with that.
So, and like where Stu could do it, but Stu, it was legitimately a 50-50 shot of whether he was going to pull it off or hit the deck.
Well, the problem is that Stu didn't. He always, as Ricky and him always like to talk about, they wanted to win by so much.
Yeah.
He didn't want to back it down. He kept wanting to do that. And as we've talked about, the human body and the mind can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
Where Jett knows that, hey, I can go this fast and then I can back it down. Stu just kept wanting to go that fast the entire time. And again, I don't care who you are, you can't go that fast for 35 minutes or 20. Like, you can't do it every weekend. So I don't know. I don't disagree with you at all on that.
I don't know. The data set that we keep getting with Jett, right? I mean, you look at like last week, right? Like all those guys on lap, whatever it was, 6, 7 last week in North Carolina, it was like Hunter decided he was going to go faster. Eli decided he was going to go faster. And Jett was like, oh, we're going to go faster? Okay, cool. I'll go faster. No problem. Because I want to keep this 2-3 second gap or whatever. Sure. So it's like, even when those guys turn it up and we're like, oh, okay, here we go. Then it's like, oh, no, he just turns it up farther. And, like, watching that last night and, like, at the beginning of it there with the paddle tire and stuff and seeing how dry and hard pack it was, we all kind of were like, okay, this is going to be rough. Even myself as a Jett homer was like, ooh, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, do I think he'll come through? Yeah. But I'm like, maybe on this track where there's not a lot of passing and whatever, we're looking at 7th, 8th, 9th maybe, you know? So to watch him actually get to where we're like, holy shit, is he going to pass Tomac for third in this last corner? I'm just going like, what the fuck are we doing? This is nuts. And dude, how about fucking jumping that double out of that off camber from the inside?
Yeah.
Tell me you have the most corner speed out of anybody riding a dirt bike right now without telling me you have the most corner speed.
Yeah, I think it's just with Jett, I think it's always going to come down to the fact of is how often does he want to go there? You know, I don't dispute that on.
He doesn't go there if he doesn't have to, which is crazy, and it's what drives Stu and Ricky crazy. Because Stu and Ricky cannot comprehend, hey man, I'm just going to win. But he has gotten that driven into his head by Dazzy so hard of like, bro, it doesn't matter if you win by 5 seconds or 55 seconds. They're still going to pay you $100,000. 150, whatever the fuck it is. You're still going to get all the points. You're still going to win the title. Like that. That's the thing is like where with like Ricky and Stu, it was like, we're going to fucking dominate. And their parents drove it in their head of just destroy them. Absolutely, without a doubt, destroy them. Make them not even think they have a chance. I mean, Jett's doing the same thing without taking the risk. And then, like I said, if anybody wants to turn it up, he's like, all right, cool, we'll turn it up. No problem.
Yeah.
And then to watch him or to see him do like what he did in qualifying there where it was like everybody was 112 and I was like, okay, cool, still fastest, but this is pretty tight, but it doesn't surprise me because of the track. And then oh, he goes 109. Wait, what? What? 109?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think for me, it's still just always hard because I've seen this enough times where it's like it shocks you. And don't get me wrong, I don't want it to make it seem like I'm not impressed every time Jett rides a bike. Every time I watch him ride, it's impressive as hell. It's just because I've watched it. I watched it so many times throughout the 90s, and I watched it in the 2000s and the 2010s. I don't get like, holy shit, I've never seen this before.
My only thing is that
because I have seen it.
It's just the way he does it, man. Because if he went out like Ricky and Stu and won by 30 seconds a minute every time, I'd be like, okay, sweet. But at some point, this is going to bite him, right? We saw it with Ricky. Ricky wasn't as much, but we saw it with Stu, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot more. And it was like, okay. And if that was the way it was, I'd be like, okay, sweet. And I would probably be more in your boat of like, yeah, we've seen this before. But the fact that it's like, no, I'm just going to go like 1 to 3 seconds ahead of them and just keep pacing them. And when they want to turn it up and drop a second and a half a lap, I'm going to also turn it up and drop a second and a half a lap. What? How do you even, like, the amount of brain power that you have to be able to do that?
Just don't do basic math in your head,
Yeah, just don't do basic math because then you give out birthday presents you shouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, man.
I think the only
to me,
person,
it's a bit different.
I think in Supercross, I think the only person we've seen do this kind of stuff. And once again, and I actually want to get to something when we talk about 250s because maybe you saw this segment about this person. I understand it wasn't the same type of riding, but the same attitude. RV did this.
Only won by a few seconds?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't studied RV's career that
Go back
hard.
and watch. Go back and watch his 4 championships. Go back and watch it. Now I understand people are like, well, he wasn't as impressive in Jett. I'm not saying the riding. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way he won.
RV was a bad motherfucker. Probably the most underrated.
Which
dude
kind of even coming from a
ever.
guy that's was never an RV guy. I was always
Yeah.
because it was Stu, so it always bothered me. But now, like, everybody loves this version of RV. I still say this, man, and I've only since come around to this the last couple of years. I still believe had he not retired and had he not burned himself out, dude, he would have kept winning titles until he didn't want to win anymore. I mean, we would have been. I honestly think we would have been looking at a dude that won 7 straight Supercross titles. No offense to Eli and Kenny and all those dudes. I think RV would have put it to him just like he did everybody else.
I do think so also.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not saying in the oh my god, like holy shit, did you watch him do that stuff? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think that is the only dude if we're talking about the closest, because I do agree. We've never seen somebody do what Jett does in that sense. I think RV is the only guy you can look at and go, it's not the same, but it's the only guy you could look at and go, he didn't have to win by 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, he would. But he's like, hey, I'm sitting there because, I mean, go watch some of those races he did with Stu when him and Stu would go back and forth. He just latch onto Stu's rear wheel and go, all right, man, we're going to keep pacing. All right, Stu wants to pick it up. I'm probably not going to do that 3-3-4 every lap, but like, hey, I'm going to sit back here and watch him. Okay, now we're going to the next level. And he's going to crash, or I'm going to still get points because I know I'm going to beat the next race.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't disagree on everything Jett's doing. He's definitely in his own category. He's definitely in his own category amongst this space of people because his ability to always stay, as the kids like to say, locked in. He never wavers. And even the races, and I know it's not that often, but even the races when he does get beat, he finds that other reason to pick it up to a little bit more, where he's a little bit more comfortable going into the red. Mm-hmm. And I know I use that phrase a lot, but it's the only thing that you can explain it. That he's like, okay, like now I got to go to the next moto and I got to put in a little bit more and I got to approach this moto a little bit different. So he is in his own category in that sense. I don't deny that. As much as I'm not a Jett guy, I've never denied what he's been able to do. It's just for me, it's always hard to be like super wowed because I've seen this kind of stuff before, just not the same way. So yeah, I mean, dude, he did what he had to do. He's got, is it 6 or 8 points on Hunter? 6 or 8 points. It's not double yet. It's not
6.
double. 6. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's hard to bet against him, man. Especially, when we're going to talk about one guy that still is now just continuously mailed it in because he's ready to go to the green bike.
Hold on.
I think it's 6.
Well, I don't know because this isn't telling me.
Well, yeah, either way.
Hold on. So Hunter's got 85. Sorry, it's not giving me the thing when I click in here.
I think it's 6, man.
Hunter's got 85, and Jett's got 91. Yeah, so it's 6. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to bet against him. I mean, that's the thing right now is that if you, because I think we could all, even though if you want to say okay, he can't beat Jett, whatever. The only guy that's really going to match Jett speed for speed is Chase. But Chase has got to get his own shit figured out.
I think Hunter's going to clean him out next week.
Chase or Jett?
Jett.
Or both.
Jett. No one gives a fuck about Chase right now.
Yeah, I know. Chase, I don't even think gives a fuck
Chase
about Chase.
doesn't give a fuck about Chase.
Yeah. No. I know that they did that little thing where Stu was like, yeah, I asked Jett, and like, hey, Jett, would you take out your brother? Nah. But I think Hunter would. I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I think that if he does anything to Jett,
to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. And
take him out, like clean him out.
Yeah, like not like break his femur or anything, but like
I don't know.
Does he go up and take that front wheel in a corner? Yeah.
But what if Jett goes down? You don't think that Jett's going to be a little pissed about that? Because there's always been this weird thing with them.
Jett's going to be a little pissed, but that's big brother fucking on little brother.
I don't know, man.
I'd do it to my brother. Especially if he beat me as bad as that kid beats him all the time.
Yeah.
If I had that opportunity, bro.
Look,
I'm not taking out the tib fib, but am I doing a Levi Kitchen last night of getting it going across 3 ruts and then hitting him side to side plate to side plate? Yeah.
I'm all
for
with you, man.
$1 million fucking dollars? Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Look,
see
dude,
you later.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a very interesting thing because we've always had this conversation about what will those two do to each other.
He'll be pissed for a few minutes and it'll be over. It'll be fine.
I guess it just
then
depends.
he'll smoke me in Supercross next year, and
I guess it
everything will
just
be back
depends
to
on
normal.
how, like, if he does, if it's enough of a love tap where it just kind of like, the front end just pitches out, or if like he accidentally runs it in a little bit harder than expected and the jet goes like over a
Hunter's trying to
berm.
build a house, bro. He needs money.
Trying to buy more C10s.
$1 million will build a big house.
I'm gonna go no. I don't think he does it because I think there's too much at stake there with what'll happen afterwards. But would I like to see it? Yeah, because I really want to see the interaction after the fact.
It'd be fun for me.
Because everybody on the broadcast will lose their effing minds if it happens.
It'd be awesome. All right, Tomac goes 3-2. St. Louis is his place.
Sure. I told you, man. Like right now at this point with Eli, like, dude.
Ironic that he was testing at the Star facility last week, and now they're still testing at his track here.
I said this to Wyman when we were talking about Eli for next year. I think that him going to KTM is going to be one of the biggest mistakes of his career. He's going to hate it. That bike is going to, I think in the real hard pack shit we're on the West next season, I think it's going to bring to light some of his strengths. But I think the rest of the year, I think that this 2026 is going to be the official end of Eli Tomac. It's not going to go well. The experiment on KTM, people keep yapping, and I'm like, dude, it is not. That bike does not fit his style.
I don't think it's going to go great either.
That bike does not fit his style. The fact that everybody, like, the hydro clutch thing is a big deal to him, even though everybody's like, oh, on the Kawasaki. Do you remember that year on the Kawasaki with the hydro clutch? Wasn't fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking burned a bunch of clutches up. It's not going to go great, man. It's not going to go great. And also, and we keep talking about this with Eli with the scoop tire, and it's a feel thing, just like with the clutch, for better or for worse. That is why he always runs a scoop, because everybody blows their mind. I don't understand why this is so, like, and maybe they're just saying it, and in off air they just want to make it like a big deal. But I think that they both know why it's a feel thing. It's always a feel thing with Eli. For better or worse, you always feel the flex of that rear end. Where if you're running if anybody's ever ridden a true Supercross tire, you're never really sitting down deep into the dirt. You're always kind of sitting on top, but obviously the lugs don't flex like they do on a soft compound tire. Or a really, like, a soft, like, tread design, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's going to be great when now you get a chassis that flexes all the time?
Well, did you hear James last week? Because he was up in the tower with John Tomac or whatever at Redbud when Eli fried his bike there. And he goes, John just looks at him, just turns and goes, kid can't stay off the fucking clutch. He just walks away. I'm like, yes, that's an epic John Tomac.
It's true, man. Like,
there.
dude, it's not going to go great, man. I hate to break it. I hate to break it, and it's a bummer that this is how I think he's going to have moments, as Eli always does. I think he's going to have moments where you're like, hey, old man Eli's always, he's still got it. But I think the rest of the year, man, I can't believe I'm going to say this, and I don't really need to wait for the preview show, and I'll stick to it then. It will not shock me if Eli is more of a 5 to 7 guy.
Yeah.
Come Supercross and outdoor, or not outdoors, but Supercross at least.
Yeah.
It's not going to go great, dude. His style does not suit a KTM.
Also doesn't help the KTM's broke.
Yeah, that too.
All right. Kenny goes 2-5 for 4th.
Kenny still shows that Kenny can show up when Kenny wants to.
Not a lot of training before this. A lot of off time.
Kind of just shows that Kenny still is one of the most naturally talented dudes out there and just can pick it up whenever he wants.
Pan's coming over and doing some testing.
Oh, really?
With Suzuki? Yeah.
Oh.
But he's not signed yet.
It's going to be him and Anderson. Him and Ando.
Unless they figure something out for Kawasaki.
Maybe.
There's still that second Kawasaki seat that it's like, what's happening there?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see that. It'd be interesting. But I think
they got a lot of money to throw around right now.
But I still think it's going to be him and Anderson at Suzuki. It's going to start in Kuala Lumpur when we go to WSX.
Yep. We'll talk about that in halftime, too. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Cooper Webb, 8-4 for 5th.
Obviously not in shape.
Yeah, Paul's just happy to be there.
Paul's just happy.
As he said several times, 5th place still pays a lot of fucking money in these SMX rounds.
Yeah, it's he's kind of riding the rest of the series and whatever the WSX rounds that he shows up to, which is like Australia, I think.
I don't know. Is he doing all of them or what's he doing?
I think he's only doing Australia. Australia is where like a lot of the dudes other than Jay Coop, like the few heavy hitters for WSX are going to show.
Few? Have you looked at that?
Oh, it's pretty well. There's one round where not everybody is there, so I know that they're going like select rounds. Like Jay Coop is not. He's doing like 2 rounds. I think it's Argentina and.
Like
Canada.
The only top 450 guys that aren't going are Jett, Hunter, and Chase. Everybody else is going.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So,
but I think he'll be good there. But yeah, I mean,
RJ goes 7-6 for 6th.
Yeah, I mean, RJ's doing RJ things, man.
He doesn't have a lot of Supercross testing, and as he says, he can't get off the gate right now, and he doesn't really know what direction to go with it because they're still working on things. So.
Maybe you should be on a Husky.
No, I think he'll be fine. Sexton goes 5-10 for 7th.
He's over it, bro. He's freaking over it. That's all I've seen. I've seen the same thing in Concord. Even when he got second, I'm just like, he's over it.
Do we see him next week?
I think he'll be there, but I think outside of him yanking a start, which at this point, like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think he's done. I think he's over it. I think he is.
Does he ride Destinations?
Yes.
I'm still 50-50.
I think he shows up at Destinations, and I will go so far.
Kawasaki?
Nah. Ooh, that'd be actually kind of cool. But no.
I'm really sad about the Prado thing.
Why?
I wanted to see him show up on a KTM and get his ass absolutely fucking smoked.
Nah, no, he'd have been fine.
To then just be like, yeah, it's not the bike, bro, it's you.
That's the whole different conversation that would take a long time to have, how much I fully disagree with you. No, I think he'll be at MX of Nations. I think he'll be on a KTM. And that race, I actually think he's going to show up to. That race, I think he's actually going to put some effort into. Because we're at a point now with Chase that, like, he's always gotten critiqued for between the ears and on that. And it's one thing to do it now, but if he goes to MX of Nations and visibly, like, is not putting in the effort, that's going to be a whole new level of people angry at him. Because right now, I think his fans and obviously people close to the situation are probably like, they get it, but they're probably not happy, like, especially his fans. But I think he knows that if he shows up to Ironman the first weekend of October and he just kind of mails it in, that's a whole new level of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will say that next week, I think outside of him getting a start, we'll see the same thing. I think MX of Nations, I think we'll see the Chase that showed up at the Nationals, the end of the Nationals before he bowed out, and he's going to give it his all. Because I think that even with the disdain that he has at KTM right now for the whole situation, I still think he wants to represent USA and try to win for USA.
Hopefully. Justin Cooper can't buy a fucking start to save his life right now. 6-11 for 8th. Savachi 11-7 for 9th.
That's not a bad result, man.
I mean, Joey's never happy, so whatever. Dylan goes 10-8 for 10th.
Gonna look real good on that Ducati.
Barsha goes 9-9 for 11th. Bro, let me tell you about how much my butthole was puckered when Jett was trying to get around him last night. I was just like, dude, come on, Barsha. You're not even on that fucking team next year. Like, can we please just, like, move this along here? You're holding my man up. If you just let him by here, he's going to the front anyway. Follow him. Maybe you can get a couple more spots.
There were so many times in that right-hander before the rhythm when Jett was pivoting early that I thought, like, Barsha was just going to lean on him the whole entire time and just completely take the inside away from him. And then there was a few times where I watched Barsha just go to the apex, and I'm like, man, I want the old Barsha back that it just...
No. Benny goes 14-13 for 12.
Whatever.
Cody Schock, 16-12 for 13. Benny's your best friend. I don't know why you're saying whatever, dude. You and him are real buds. Kind of like me and Hunter.
That was you and Jalik.
Me and Jalik are good, dude. He's also a friend of mine. I'm getting a best friends list going here, and we're going to make shirts. It's going to be awesome. Valentin Guillo goes...
Is Hayden Deegan your best friend?
13-16 for 14th. We're not going to talk about that kid. Justin Hill goes 18-14 for 15th.
Hold on a second. Can we talk about Hill for a second? Just for 1 second. I'm not the Hill guy, the resident Justin Hill guy on this podcast.
Nah, we'll ask Cole about it when he gets on.
But I understand that this is not full-on Supercross, but now you're actually coming to races that you can actually make money, like real money. I know that he's making good money, but like real money. What has happened? Like where's Supercross Justin Hill? Where'd he go? Because, like, this guy, like, literally,
Bro, that guy only shows up January through May.
There's times where, like, dude, the last 2 weekends, honestly, there was times where other than him showing up during Race Day Live, I haven't, like, even noticed that he's there. Like, I just forget that he's there sometimes. I'm like, oh, Justin Hill's out there. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
I did, too, until yesterday.
You're like, Justin Hill's
Then all
racing?
of a sudden I was like, wow, look at that 46 there.
I'm like, geez, that's weird.
Marshall Welton, 15-18 for 16th.
Good for Marshall just making it in.
Mitchell Harrison, 19-15 for 17th.
15's pretty good.
Shane, 17-17 for 18th.
Ooh, that's not good.
Mitchell Oldberg, 12-22.
Do we think Shane should be doing a little bit better?
I don't know.
I mean, he's back on the 250 again for WSX.
Shane makes a lot of money at WSX in Australia.
And he's back on the 250F.
Yeah. Mitchell Oldenburg, 12-22 for 19th. Chiz, out there chiseling on a 2019 for
Oh,
20th.
yeah, got real sketchy in the LCQ, too, though.
Yeah.
Real hot seat there.
I slept through that. I don't honestly have any recollection.
I mean, Oldenburg yanked a hole and gap.
I'm sorry, I died.
Or you died.
Yeah, like, dude, I don't know. I got
You're
home. I got home to watch the second qualifyings, and I watched the qualifying
Just died.
itself, and then just died immediately after. I was like, wow. My alarm went off because I somehow managed to set an alarm. It went off. I shut it immediately off.
Did you
Went
wake
back
up
to
and
sleep.
remember your name?
Yeah, but I didn't want to get up. There was a lot of, like, I had to tell myself, get the fuck off the couch, you lazy piece of shit.
Wow. That's how you talk to yourself?
Yeah, I was not happy with myself because I was only supposed to take, like, a quick 30 and then get up and come in, like, watch the LCQs and then come into work, and I didn't get here till, like, 6:30 last night. It was terrible. Dino, 22-20 for 21st.
Just out there making money. He's going to be teammates with Christian Craig.
And Jeremy Hand, 21-21 for 22nd.
Well, at
That's
least
a
he got
rough
in.
one.
At least he got in, though. I mean, money's money, bro.
So, all right, that's been your 450 race recap brought to you by Gutter Works. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha there. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm moving your camera. All right. If you had your cords fixed here, Seth.
Hey, that's true.
Stop berating your employee. God. Just because you make him sit in the corner, what are we putting the headphones on for?
We're going to call Cole.
Oh.
All right, with that being said, we are going to jump into our Complete Racing Solutions
Can you do
halftime
better, Seth?
report.
Do better.
Do better.
God.
I know, I'm doing so bad.
This piece of shit up. I'm just kidding.
Be better.
Oh, I can see the comments already.
Yeah, so we're going to call Cole here for our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report here. Complete Racing Solutions this month, we are highlighting Coach Rob's Energy Fuel. So if you guys need a drink that will not only hydrate you, but will also keep you fueled up on those long, hot moto days, or for any training purposes per se, make sure to check them out. And if you're like me, who's a fat piece of shit and you need to get in better shape, you can also hit
Dude,
up
you
Coach
are being
Rob
really hard on yourself.
for... Dude, I ate a lot of Costco cake yesterday.
Is Cole going to pick up?
I don't know. Hopefully. Yo, what is up, buddy?
Hold up, let me get the AirPods in.
Okay, get the AirPods in, brother.
My dad was on the other line. He told me he found a KX 500.
Sweet. You going to get it or what?
Possibly, it's a part, but
Owners, possibly you.
possibly me. Hold up,
How's the battery looking on the MacBook?
because we're on a big two-stroke kick right now. So
Okay, good. So it's like a KX 500 in a box.
pretty much is what it sounds like.
What's the price on it?
Don't worry, I don't need people knowing and
What year?
finding it.
Yeah, what year is it?
I don't know. I didn't get that far because he was just telling me when you were calling in. I had to cut him off.
Huh.
Yeah,
He's not going to be the owner.
So should I go buy it or what?
I don't know. You can find it.
That's gonna be weird. Anyway,
Because I got the 03 looking cherry for the Doug Lindsay Memorial Race next weekend.
oh, there's a Doug Lindsay Memorial Race next weekend.
Yes, sir.
Of
Next
course, it has to
Sunday.
be. Well, I'm
Tell-
not
Tell
making
all
that
your
one.
friends.
Not making that one. I love Doug, but it's my daughter's birthday, so
Is it? Are we live on the air right now?
yeah, we are.
Martin?
We're live. We're live. Cole brought
Yeah,
Cole brought to you by
Something.
Alias MX, Adept Creative Co. Take your pick.
Oh, I'm brought in by a sponsor today.
Yeah. We try to bring everybody in, and Eric's not on, so you're Adept Creative Co. Brought to you by Adept Creative Co. If you want to get your Temu Timmerman graphics done, you can
Did you
hit
say
up.
Temu Timmerman Graphics?
Yeah, you can hit up Adept Creative Co. and look just as good as Cole does.
Apparently, I look good, but I don't think so. But who? Well, Tom Cooper said that. Tom Cooper was giving me a little bit of a jerky about it.
Yeah, dude. He was mouth hugging you for sure.
Who's there with you?
Dude, Stubbs is in studio here.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Is everything okay?
I think so. He seems okay. He hasn't busted
I
out
di-
any drugs right now.
I didn't know he was getting in there.
Are you gonna be involved? We're gonna Holster Co. Reload rant about the atrocities of this week. Do you want to be involved with that?
Cole, this is going to be the Burn It Down podcast because if this
we're-
podcast never exists again after this show, you'll know why.
Oh God, you guys are.
Yeah,
it could be that.
You guys are.
we're going to burn it down.
We're burning it. Combined with Deegan, Deegan tape.
So we're really going to burn it down from all
We're gonna
angles.
burn it down.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I guess where do we start?
Well, that's not where we're starting.
That's not where we're starting with you. All right.
We maybe should have not said his name because Cole might not be employed by Kawasaki after this podcast.
Are we talking Prado?
No.
Are we talking that dumpster fire?
Oh,
No.
you want to talk about that dumpster
Oh my
fire?
God, we're really gonna burn it down on every angle.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. So this is a question for you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Who do they sign?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't know. Travis thinks Kenny.
Kenny's not signed yet.
No, Kenny ain't going there unless, I don't know, that's going to be a really hard conversation with Red Bull.
They got a lot of money to spend, dude. There's a big
I don't
salary.
care.
There's a big salary got freed up there.
Do you
I
imagine
don't
Kenny
care.
and Chase together?
And Ken Roxon is also Supercross only, brother.
So, you've got Garrett Marchbanks waiting in the wings there.
To go outdoor?
That you can
think
put
they'd
on a
do that?
450 outdoor.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not going to be Levi Kitchen.
Which then frees up a spot there at Mitch. It either saves Mitch some budget or it then frees up a spot for him to bring up one of the amateur kids and get them rolling.
What, are you calling Vince Freeze Levi Kitchen?
What?
No, Vince Freeze is going to be on a Starkvarg. The
No.
silent assassin.
I'd put Vince Freeze on the bike, honestly.
That sounds like a fucking terrible idea, and I know you're
No,
just trying to get some
honestly,
clicks.
I don't know how he is going to look this year. He's already riding a Kawasaki. But if I were them, I'd have a look at Luke Clout.
I like Luke, man. I don't know. I think that you might remember that I'm a big Luke Clout supporter, but there's a lot of times in the past couple of years Luke has showed up for half of the season and then something he like stubs his toe and he just I don't know. He like bows out mentally. I think that he's going through a lot in his life, and I think that sometimes he can't get that shit under control sometimes. As far as talent goes, I agree with you. I think Luke has the talent to do stuff, and he's proved it over here before when he came over for Supercross. The very first time Uribe came over here when he was teammates with Mitchell. But
and you don't think a factory Kawasaki would keep him motivated through the season?
No.
I mean, yeah, I think it just depends on how bad he's getting beat by Chase.
I mean, my real thing is that, like, how long is that seat available here?
You know what I think they should do, honestly?
I think Marchbanks for the whole year?
I think they should pull up Marchbanks. Just no expectation, do well. And then, honestly, since the only dude at Pro Circuit, I mean, Garrett was a revelation in outdoors because he finally showed up. But, honestly, the only dude that's actually been performing for Pro Circuit this past year, give Marchbanks a seat. When Seth, more than likely, unless he ends up being on the same coast as Deegan, but I highly doubt that, goes and wins a Supercross title like he should have that seat waiting for Seth.
Yeah, but then the only problem you run into here...
He can't go the distance, man. His body...
Bro, nobody else can. He's better than all those other dudes.
This is what they've
You know who I'd sign, even though he's locked and delivered? I'd put Shane McElrath on that thing, 2-year deal.
That's the thing that everybody's been talking about this week. Is like, who do you put on there? And like, if you don't give him 2 years, who the fuck's going to go there? We've all watched this happen with Savacci.
You don't think Seth would do well on that bike?
I don't think his body will allow him.
I don't think so either.
He's done better than everybody else on that team.
Yeah, but now he's got to ride twice as many Supercross rounds plus outdoors. Ain't gonna happen, dude. Like they don't have him figured out. If they haven't figured out where he goes outdoors next year and he can run up front for 11 rounds of outdoors, okay, cool, then I can see it. But right now I can't see it.
So then a side question, because I don't want to get too sidetracked from that, but just because you said that, because I don't disagree with that, what do you think happens with him if he wins a Supercross title next year?
Well, he gets to defend another year.
No, but I mean, what do you think that helps for his 450 stock now that all these things that you're saying?
I don't know, man. If he...
I mean, I don't know. I don't think 250 titles are meaning really much of anything these days. Look at Malcolm Stewart left out in the wind. Look at Tom Vial has pretty much nowhere to go.
I mean,
He's
RJ,
got 2 of them.
RJ, though.
That's the real bummer is that Vial would have signed that deal guaranteed had it been available, but it wasn't.
Oh, God.
He's
How
making more
hilarious
money.
would it have been if he would have signed that deal and now Prado's really screwed?
He's going to make more money at Garibaldi.
Yeah, well, and the other thing, too, is like, okay, so what if the bike's off? Does he just quit like he's been doing with KTM because the shock's off?
We're going to get into that.
Yeah,
we will.
I'm
I'm not happy with Vial right now.
Yeah.
That is a burning question, though. What do they do with that other seat?
I don't know, dude.
No offense to Marchbanks, though. I think unless you go in with no expectation, which I assume that's what they're going to have, I still don't. I don't think he does well, though.
Well,
I mean, Supercross, he has a big glaring weakness in Supercross.
But you don't think
he's got a start weakness on every bike he's ever ridden.
I think so too, and you don't think that like I mean, okay, so if he's second guy there, right?
What's his ceiling? 10th?
Okay, but you've got Chase. Like that's the thing.
Do you?
Chase is the ceiling, but like again, like who? You just start running down the list. Who do they get?
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem that we're finally running into is that are there enough 450 guys right now that are actually worth putting the time and effort to a full-on fucking ride? And boys, I think for the first time in a while, I can't think of a guy that is worth it.
Well, and the other thing too is like again, they burned Savatgy so bad there with that 1-year fucking deal.
AC's coming back.
That everybody's like, dude, I'm not going to go there unless you give me 2 years.
Yeah, but you want to know the other problem now too? Is Savatgy and the McElraths and the Broxons, Andersons are on these teams that are allowing them to go do World Supercross.
Yep.
And they're not giving that money up and not giving up those kind of opportunities to go to a team like that.
Okay, but I brought this up last week, right? And we can talk. We can. This is a good transition into the World Supercross thing. Tomac's going to ride a World Supercross round, or how?
I think he's riding 2.
Is he riding 2?
I think so. Don't hold me to that. I think he's riding 2.
And KTM's letting him, huh?
On a KTM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They also have not been supporting it up till this point. So
well, and they're saying Anderson, he's going to be right away on that Suzuki. So I mean.
Yeah, so that's where that becomes interesting. Is okay. So now you've got again another brand here that hasn't been supporting it. I mean, the lineup. We talked about this last week. I did with the guys in studio. The lineup when you look down it for guys that they're bringing in, even if it's only for a couple rounds. I mean, the Lawrence brothers and Chase are the only ones not going. You've got the current and defending Supercross champs going.
Yep.
Tomac. Justin Cooper, Kenny, Anderson.
Yeah.
I mean,
and obviously Joey and Shane and all the normal guys that were there last year are going to be there.
Yeah. So like,
they got a pretty solid lineup over there. Starting to.
Dude, at one point, as you just said, other than Jett, Hunter, and Chase, I mean, dude, it's going to be fucking 450 main.
Yeah, I was just saying, and my thing is like the only way you get those guys is like you got to back the Brinks truck up to get those guys, which. I'm curious the guys they got because Homeboy said.
Are you power washing something?
What? You just do burnout?
No, dude, I'm sitting on my front porch and I live on a 4 corners.
Oh yeah.
And this guy was just letting her bark on his hog.
I thought you were power washing. I thought you were power washing something there.
No, the guy was stretching his hog out a little bit.
Oh my god.
That's a
weird
saying there. Anyway, yeah. So
here we got a side by side going by now.
Never say stretching his hog ever.
Yeah. So my only thing is like how much money are they paying these guys? Because when I listened to the Gypsy Tales podcast, it sounded like Roxon had gotten a real sweetheart deal from the previous owners, and they were renegotiating with him, and he wasn't going to get it, which I believe is probably why he's not running all the rounds. So now it's like, okay, but now we have all of these guys. So like, what are you shelling out for this?
You know what?
Super interested to know.
You know where this, and obviously nobody could have seen this coming, but you know where this would have been the perfect time to have a certain person come up from the 250 class to be on your factory bike? The guy that we all kind of thought was going to end up at Kawasaki about a year ago, Hayden Deegan.
Well,
isn't it a little crazy that this shit actually happened? Like, obviously nobody could have predicted this was going to happen, but it's very funny.
The problem is none of these guys behind the scenes can stand Deegan.
Oh, I know. Oh, Cole, trust me, I understand. I know why it would not work.
That's why he's hanging out with Jake Paul, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing that we need to stop. Oh, he was hanging out with Jake Paul. I'm here to tell you, Jake Paul don't fucking know who Hayden Deegan is.
But guess what? Those guys what they're doing is they're just. I guess we'll get to that when we get to it. But they're really good at manipulating social media and the rage bait and all that stuff. Like behind the scenes, they're probably actually good dudes. But
yeah. But no, it's just kind of crazy that we were
cool to know, but he hates us, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy though that we were talking about this. Where's Hayden going to go? Where did Hayden going to go? And again, nobody could have predicted this. But how crazy is it that this is actually happening? Where it was like, oh, Hayden actually could have ended up at Kawasaki.
Yeah,
it's just it's a weird time that we live in that it happened this way. But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. I've had some other thoughts of what they could do, but my scenario would never work. Of who you're bringing over, and I know that they would not bring over another GP dudes after what just happened with Prado. So
zero chance that Kawasaki gets a GP dude for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, what about back in the day when they had all those random ass dudes like Fabian Iswa and
I know
who else was super random that rode for them?
Sean Collier for a little bit. Yeah, they had
no,
Michael
like Fabian Iswa.
Oh, you're talking about GP dudes. Yeah.
just random dudes in general.
Yeah.
Riding for Factory Cowie.
I mean, yeah, dude, and it's also not great that, you haven't put a lot of effort into the privateer side, because it's like the only privateer that's actually done anything on a Cowie is Mitchell. Mitchell is literally the only dude that if you were looking up and just bringing him, but he's not going to do it. He's not going to go ride for nothing.
Yeah, and this is one of those
They
things.
signed him, dude?
He wouldn't ride for nothing, and they would pay him nothing, and he makes good money at his deal right now. So yeah, no, he's not.
How? What's good money, Justin? Do you know?
I don't know exact specifics. No, and if I told you, it would be off air.
Are we six figures?
I would have to ask that, but I'll tell you off air. All
Are
I know,
we six figures?
It's
Look,
dude,
there's a big budget.
I don't know,
there.
man. I don't know, man.
I'm sure we could match it.
Yeah. Well, the dude that owns it, he's French.
I wouldn't touch a bike for less than six figures if I was one of those guys.
Oh no, that's why I say Mitchell will not take that ride, because they would pay him peanuts, and he makes good money what he's doing right now.
I mean,
so.
the like I said, as I keep going back to, the real problem being is that anybody they're going to get that's worth anything is going to want 2 years, because they don't want to get screwed like Savachi.
And that's the problem, is there's no dude that they're going to give 2 years to.
But then my thing is too is like, okay, if you're not given 2 years, then what the fuck is your plan for next year?
We're going out of solo.
I mean,
yeah. Who comes out of the 250 class next year? Anybody?
Well, that's the problem
Deeks,
too.
who's already signed,
He's it.
and then that's it. Who won the other title? Why am I blanking here?
Oh, Tom.
Oh yeah, and Tom,
who's
also
he's
already
going.
signed
He's going
and
away.
gone. So,
he's going away. Yeah, and all the other dudes. No offense to the other dudes, but as we've talked many times, they're all super talented, but none of them can keep it together. So it's like, why would you put the effort into them?
Yep.
You go down the line of
crazy.
You could go down the line of the 250 dudes that have the talent, and you'd be like, oh yeah, man, if he puts it together, we could sign him for sure. But it's like, no offense, the only guy right now, there's only two guys that I'm looking at in the 250 class where I go, their futures are super bright, is Joe and Davies. And both of those guys, well, Joe is
They're
not
both locked up.
Joe's not signed, but he signed.
Every indication
But they're
says
locked-
he's staying with Honda, which is probably because he's probably got a 450 deal at
Yeah.
Honda too.
They're
Probably going to go to 3 450s.
Yeah, those guys are locked up. So it's like all the other dudes, they all have the talent to go. You could run down the plethora of dudes that you'd be like, yeah, if that guy puts it together, we could totally put the money into him. But they can't.
Yeah, let me look at the results list here and see if I can pick out anybody.
I still think the only move is to sign Marchbanks for a 2-year deal.
And my question to you is, not that I mean, if you look at it and that's the one guy, but my question is how well does he do though?
Like just take over his contract out of PC and then give him a good bonus structure and then a kicker for contract boost if he meets parameters in 26.
I think Supercross he caps at 10th overall, and I think outdoors he's like his best is 8th.
You think 8th?
Oh, do you think better or worse?
He's 6 to 10 probably.
I don't know about that, man. I don't think he's beating Jay Coop.
He's podium
Justin Cooper
450
would be another.
outdoors.
What?
Justin
He's
Cooper would
podium
be a
450.
really.
Go ahead.
On a weak
Yeah,
weak year though.
Yeah, I would say Justin Cooper would definitely be a solid grab for Cowie too, but he's locked up.
He's locked up.
Yeah.
I think he'd be great on that bike, but
yeah, everybody's pretty much locked up. Cody Schock ain't gonna go anywhere.
No, his deal he's got too good of a deal at club. They let him do whatever the hell he
Shane
wants.
McElrath's locked in.
Joey's
Marco
locked
Weldon.
in. Well, Joey's never going to Cali anyway, so
I mean, here's a flyer. You ready for this flyer? Officer Hill.
no. Stop it.
Zero chance.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
He'd have to ride outdoors, which he's not going to.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Cowie's in a really, really tough position right now.
I mean, dude, it's not good, bro. It is not a good
Is this the
position.
start of what we've talked about, where like there's a bunch of these guys that are going to retire, and there's going to be this void here in the 450s for
Yeah.
250 dudes?
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
Because here's the thing: the only other two dudes that you could have looked at that maybe to give those ride is both of them got signed by Ducati.
Yeah.
Because Dylan and Barsha were the only two dudes that were available that you could have been like, oh, we signed them. They were late to the party. Ducati locked them up.
Yep.
Because one of those dudes, if you would have told me they'd have been available, I would have said go for them.
Yeah.
Go for either one of them. But
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the 250 class, and everybody's pretty much locked up in that with 2-year deals on the 250 side of things.
Except for Marchbanks, who only has a 1-year deal. So again, buy his contract off Mitch, because I heard Mitch is paying for him out of pocket. Say, yo, man, we'll give you 2 years. Because let's face it, they had 2 years scheduled out anyway. And even if one of those guys at PC wins a title next year, they can go back the next year and defend, which all of those guys who are at PC need to do that anyway. So, cool. Now you're locked in. You have 2 years of, you have a solid A guy and a solid B guy, and like, awesome.
Is Malcolm Stewart locked in for next year?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, because I know Kawasaki made a run at him at one time.
He may only be on a 1-year deal, but I'm pretty sure he's signed because I haven't heard that he's not signed.
You know who would be solid, I think, actually? Mitchell Oldenburg.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal's like with Beta.
He's locked up with Beta. So is Benny. They just signed new contracts.
Oh, that
You
makes
think
sense.
that how locked up though?
Well, I mean, obviously Beta doesn't have Kawasaki money, but I think that both of those guys, especially Oldenburg, is kind of happy with his situation. Not to say that I don't think he would obviously look at Kawasaki.
Yeah, I don't think Oldberg wants to ride outdoors.
I also
At
don't
all.
think he wants the pressure anymore. I think he's happy with his situation, and I think that he, crazy enough, is content with where he's at. I think that would be the worst thing. Not Kawasaki riding for Kawasaki. I think the expectation of having to do well again, because he's talked about this in the past. That was one of his issues. He always thought he had to live up because he was solid, and he always had this outright speed. I think it'd be cool, but I think Oldenburg is kind of like in a shock position right now. He's just happy with what he's got.
I just don't know. I don't know how these teams look at this and don't go, okay, cool. We need a backup team, right? Like all of them. Like, and again, I know KTM can't really do it. Obviously Suzuki's probably not going to do it right now. But I don't know how Kawasaki and Yamaha and Honda don't look at this and go, we need a backup team with guys that we can pull at any time that we support and say, okay, cool, here's how your deal works. We're going to give you $1 million to have a race team, and you need 2 450 guys, 2 250 guys, and that will be our backup to pull from.
You know what they could do? And I know it wouldn't cost a lot of money. And because he's already expressed he wants to stay here. Now, Supercross might be rough the first year, but he's already proven he can do well on a box stock bike outdoors in the 450 class. Give it to Valentin Guillot.
That's one, too. Yeah.
And that would even cost less than Garrett Marchbanks.
But
Supercross, man.
He doesn't want to ride
problem.
450 SX. He's trying to find a team to ride 250 SX.
Then have him ride for Pro Circuit during Supercross, get his feet wet, and then sign him for outdoors.
Marchbanks. The move's
Then
March.
you
the
know
move's
what? Okay,
Marchbanks.
all right. Then here's what you do. Then you take Marchbanks, you put him under the factory semi, and let him run a factory 250. But whatever, it can be a Pro Circuit one, but put the factory graphics on it.
Yeah, same.
Maybe.
And just like what's his nuts overseas?
Who's that?
Who's the EMX kid that just moved in, and it's a factory effort. French kid.
Mattis Villan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
You know, bring that process here to the States.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean they did it back in the day with Paul Carpenter and Stewart.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy to think that a team like Kawasaki, with all the success, and I know that it hasn't been lately, but all the success that they've had over the years, and all this, that it's crazy that they're in this predicament right now. It is wild to think that a team for a very long time, and obviously Cole, and I know that, you know, you're biased because you work for the team, but even you could take out of that, you know, you even remember a time where riding for Kawasaki, like, dude, everybody wanted to ride for Kawasaki. Everybody wanted to ride for
Pro Circuit, yeah.
And it's like now they're in a situation, and I'm not saying it's obviously their fault, but it's just crazy to think that they're in a situation now where they literally are going to be going into 2026, and they might not even know what they're going to do until December of 2025 for a second seat.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. I can't remember a time where that's ever happened to a factory team.
Yeah. I don't work for the team, by the way.
I know. No, I meant Kawasaki. Like, I obviously everybody knows you don't work for the team.
I'm a salesman.
But you still work for Kawasaki, so obviously your emotions are a little bit different.
Paycheck still says Kawasaki corporate.
Yeah.
I
don't.
I sell lawnmowers.
You sell lawnmowers. You sell vacuums that suck hard.
Oh, let me tell you about my.
Okay, nope.
But anyway, yeah, enough with Cowie. But it's just going to be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Well, hopefully Chase does it for him, because good Lord, if he struggles.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't fold like he did last night.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about next?
I don't know. What do you got on the sheet?
You guys say you're burning shit down.
Well, okay, so
give me some matches.
All right, so Holster Co reload rant here.
Oh, we're getting a big fucking big fucking match.
First
Here
rant
we go.
is a smaller
Here we
one,
go.
okay?
Oh, this is small. We're starting off slow.
Yeah, so there's obviously been an uproar after the second motos getting canceled last week, right? And when I say uproar, I mean from the fan perspective.
And guess what? I'm okay with it.
So
All
am
the
I.
fans can F off.
Look, here's my thing.
Fans should know, if you're a fan of the sport,
Yes.
you should understand that there is potential to where the weather will ruin it.
Especially
it's no
in the
different
South.
than going to it's no different than going to a fucking baseball game.
I understand. I'm not going to argue that hard. What I'm going to say that as a business owner, there is things that you don't want to do and things that you just do just because it's the right thing to do, right? So in my mind, putting myself in a business ownership position, right, I go, okay, here's what we're going to do. We got everybody's email. Here's a 50% off code to buy a ticket to any Supercross race next year. Because let's face it, they're going to go to that race. They're going to spend money on food. They're going to buy more T-shirts. They're going to buy more merch. They're going to buy whatever. You're going to get your money back for it.
Yeah, I'm with that. Take the time and send some kind of.
You save face in the public. You save face in the public setting. Your margins on that have to be more than 50%, and the amount of people that'll use it out of the however many were there is not 100%. It's got to be 50, 60, maybe 70% of people at most would actually use it and show up to a race. So,
craziest thing for me is I remember I was looking at the weather, and I was looking there on Monday. I was like, oh, it's going to be really, really sunny. And it's like, oh, it's going to be like 88 degrees. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a little bit humid or whatever. And then Tuesday came around, and the weather started getting a little bit colder. It's like, oh, it's going to be like 80 degrees. Like, oh, that'll be pretty perfect. And then Wednesday, 77. And then like Wednesday night came around, and then all of a sudden I seen this pattern, this weather pattern, and all of a sudden it started like the storms right around like 3:30. And you start looking into like, oh, there's chance of like 0.45 inches of rain. And then I'm looking at it go all the way till 6, and I'm like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Friday comes around. That hadn't changed.
Yeah.
And then I remember as qualifying went on broadcast, I'm still looking at the forecast, and it's like same thing coming in at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I'm looking off, and they're showing everything in the background, and it looks like a typical North Carolina like September weekend.
I saw the sky at one point, and I went, oh shit.
But I'm looking at the sky, dude, and I'm like, it's still gonna rain. But the weird thing is that usually we know how these go, and you ask Weege, his opinion is different, but like they weren't even mentioning. Usually they're like, oh, we have a chance of rain, because usually they come on there. Nobody was talking about it. I'm still looking at the forecast, and yes, sure as shit, 4 o'clock, rain's going to come in. And I'm like, it's really weird that they're not like even talking about this. Like, okay, not a big deal.
Well, so
I had no idea until the fucking banners were blown across the
and then when the signal went down,
when the signal went down,
I was like, what's happening? I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then you all, as you said, you see the banners going to place. I'm like, they ain't running second motos.
No, and they have different weather things that they paid for. I was listening to something where they were explaining it this week. They have different weather things and an on-site weather guy at the track that has different radars and stuff to look at. And they thought they were going to get away with it, to be honest with you, is what they had said. And okay, fine, whatever, dude. And they didn't. And I understand why they didn't run them. To have lights, to be able to light that, just sitting there, just in case, $100,000 bucks. Mm-hmm. I don't blame them for not shelling that out. Okay, for a just in case moment, which you didn't really even think up until the point that actually happened that was going to be the case. Okay, so we're not having lights to come back and race Sunday. This is a shitload of money, also, which again they could shell out. However, how is that track going to be? And this is something that they talked about. That track is built on asphalt. There's nowhere for the water to go. Like an outdoor track, it's like, okay, the water can dissipate into the ground. There's nowhere for that water to go on that track.
Well, they were already hitting the base in the back section.
Which is why the track sucked to start with, because they got monsooned on Thursday. So, again, to think that, okay, we're going to come back Sunday. Again, this isn't a outdoor national. We can't just push 2 feet of mud off and cool, we're riding.
Half the track would have been gone. The whole outdoor section was gone. They talked about this. They're like, dude, the outdoor section would have been cut.
Well, and they kept trying to get it in. Worx was trying to figure out how they were going to cut the outdoor section out. And then they were like, we need this much time to even be able to do this. And they're like, well, shit, if they take that much time and we got to run this much, and we need this much of a buffer to be able, in case somebody goes down or something. Like, it just wasn't going to happen, okay? No. Like I said, the play, in my opinion, is just to send out a 50% off for however many tickets you got. I mean, you get a lot of people probably going to go to those races with other people anyway. Like I said, you're going to make money off of it. And the forward-facing view of it is just so dramatically better. And then, okay, going further down this rant here, then you get to this week, right? And what is one of the big things with SMX? The Fan Fest thing, right?
Yeah.
And Friday you have practice, which you can come in and watch, and there's the Fan Fest. They didn't have that at St. Louis this weekend. And I don't know why.
I noticed that.
I don't know why. No one seemed to know why, at least that I've heard yet. Which to me, I go, oh man, you want to talk about stacking it on. You go from you canceled half of a race and people are pissed to now you don't have half of what you're advertising here basically for these rounds. Like, what are you doing?
And you took up one of the other cool things about SMX, that you just get to go hang out when people are just practicing.
Yes.
This is where we see everybody just figuring shit out, where you see stuff that you wouldn't normally see. So
yes. So
I think that showed with how shitty the crowd looked.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
No, that was bad. That was bad.
Wasn't
like,
great.
Cole, honestly, before you even said that, like, I hadn't really paid attention, and then after you said that, I really started, like, watching as the cameras, when they every now and then they pan up, and I'm like, oh, like, he's not fucking wrong. I was like,
No.
it's bad.
No.
Which is not a normal thing for St. Louis.
No,
like,
usually
if that had been a
St. Louis is
Supercross,
busy.
that would have been packed.
But then again, too, I think you're going to a dome
Well,
in an area that gets actual, like, they get winters,
Yeah.
which is why it's busy for Supercross, because people are looking for something to do because it's shitty outside.
Well, and again, too, man, and I know that, you know, people will not want to hear this, but we always talk about this. This is football season, bro, and
Yep.
this is the South, man.
Yep.
And football is king.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to everybody, but, like, Moto is not going to take more precedent than football, and it's college football day. You're not going to – college football is on. Sorry, they're watching college football.
Yeah, 100%. So,
SEC.
all right, let's
burn it down.
burn it down. Cole?
Yeah.
Sure you wanna
know
stay
who
on
they
for
should
this?
Put on that Cowie?
Oh,
What?
boy, here we
Put on
go.
the Cowie?
What?
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Cole, you sure you want to stay on for this?
How bad is it getting?
It's going
I
to get
don't
bad.
know. What are your thoughts on the whole Charlie Kirk thing?
He's like, I'm done.
On the what?
On the Charlie Kirk thing?
Oh, you want to go that direction?
Yeah, that's where did you think we were going to go?
Yeah, what just happened?
did you
What just
think?
happened in the media?
I mean, that's a dirt bike podcast. I didn't think we were going down that.
I mean, dude, we probably shouldn't, but like this is the world right now.
Look, bro, if you don't want to talk
this would
about,
be like 9/11 happening on Tuesday, and we don't talk
Honestly,
about it at all.
You know what? You're gonna go down a road that I don't think I want to go down.
I don't blame you, dude. That's why I literally just asked you, do you want to stay on for this? Because trust me,
I don't think I do, because
That's cool, bro.
Why have you been looking at the things I actually sent you on Instagram?
He's not.
No, I haven't. But the first thing you said the other day, and trying to tell us that it was AI and fake and all this stuff.
It's a lot of weird things, man.
Look, bro, if you don't want to stay
you're
on,
trying to tell me that it wasn't actually Charlie Kirk and it was somebody with a mask on or something.
Well, it could have been Charlie Kirk with a mask on too. I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird things. We weren't specifically going down all of those paths, but
we wouldn't have time for that.
I don't think I want to go down that path.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
You guys can go down that path without me.
I didn't think, honestly.
I'll go down this path alone.
I mean, look, bro. I don't blame Cole. I don't blame you at all, dude. Like, I don't, because I know you're not into this kind of stuff. So, like, it doesn't. I don't fault you. That's why I
don't know.
Just give me. All right. So give me one.
He fucking talked himself into it. I'm out. All right, yo, wait a minute.
I'm back in.
Listen,
I'm
I
back
got
in.
stipulations. Give me one thing, and I want you to keep it under 5 minutes. It's 7:22.
Ben Shapiro is now in charge of Turning Point USA.
Phone.
Okay. What is Turning Point USA?
That was
is
Charlie
Kirk's company.
That was his whole thing. That is what he went to colleges, campuses.
Oh
yeah.
God! So you're gonna say Ben Shapiro got fucking turned by the Israel people, and they fucking took him out so he could have the power?
That's exactly what Travis.
Oh wow!
I'm just going to be
Yeah.
careful at how I talk about this
Wow,
because
so-
apparently they can take me out from a long ways out.
So predictable. The road Travis is going to go down.
I mean, it's ironic, isn't it?
Not really.
Charlie Kirk starts asking questions about a certain group of people that are protected by a certain group of
He's
politicians.
lost every person ever.
And no, we didn't. No, we didn't, because the members. We talked about this in the Thirsty Thursday. Me and David went on about this forever. Yeah. So
You're 1 minute in, by the way.
Charlie Kirk starts asking questions about a certain group of people within the last 2 months, declines an offer to go to a certain country in the Middle East, and then ends up in the position he's in here, and 3 minutes after it happens, before anybody actually knows, a certain leader of this certain country in the Middle East tweets that he's very sad to hear about the death of Charlie Kirk, and then, ironically, a person who is very heavily associated / a big defender of this certain group of people is now miraculously in charge of this guy's media company.
And so for all of you who want to fill in the
3
voids,
days after he dies.
so for all of you that just wanted that whole thing, Ben Shapiro, Jewish people, Israel.
Jesus God.
I mean,
Do you need me to connect the dots some more for you, or?
no, because I already know where you're going to connect the dots. You're going to connect the dots because of the Bible and where the Bible takes place, and it's Jerusalem and Jewish people, and they've been running the world forever. That's where you're going to go.
Wow, that was very Kanye West of you.
I wasn't going to go fully down that road, but there's a road we could go down there.
I know there's a road you can go down everywhere if you really want to go down it. So
Cole,
Nick Fuentes
just
is very
like-
good
just
at
like
going
I
down
told-
that road.
like I was fucking with Travis. I was being a total smartass when the tornado hit in Portage.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we
You're
go.
like the Jews started it?
And it hit right next door to Pfizer.
Ah.
It took the FedEx building out right
Yeah.
next door. Ripped
Yeah.
the roof right off it.
Yep.
And I was like, "Hey Travis, do you think they sent a tornado to take Pfizer out?"
I remember that.
Bro, okay, so you
Oh
got,
my God.
And Travis goes, "Oh my God, dude, that's a really good point that I never even thought of. The chemtrails were in a different part of the atmosphere the last week. I
Hey.
think you're onto something."
Hey.
Him and me had the same conversation that same week.
Hey, do you want to know the most ironic part about that? You know that new big building they put out in front?
Yep.
Okay.
He's like,
So-
yep.
It almost took that one out.
Yeah. Do you want to know why that's very
Quarter mile.
interesting?
mile.
You want to know why that's very interesting? Because
Tell me about it.
Because they cannot be in that new building because they fucked up all the electrical. So there still is no one in that building. And on top of they fucked up all the electrical, they fucked up the foundation of that building, and it is pissing water in the bottom of it. So I don't know exactly what's happening with it, but I know it's not a great situation. So then you connect all the dots.
Government
here.
fucked up.
So they were forced to hire a bunch of DEI contractors.
Maybe, who knows? Probably back then. I
All right, we're at 4 minutes. If you got one more.
Did you see the Office Depot thing in Portage this week?
I did. We're on national news.
I know, dude. It's pretty great, isn't it?
Damn liberals.
It's great.
Propaganda.
And they got fired too.
Oh, no, dude. It was fantastic.
They deserved it.
It was totally fantastic. It's called Real World Consequences for Your Actions.
People got too comfortable being comfortable in this country.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm totally on board with it. If you're celebrating the death of a person, especially someone like that, then get fucked.
Get fucked. In the words of Travis Lee, Ridenhour, get fucked.
Get fucked. Do you agree?
I'm gonna get a shirt that says that.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm in the middle.
Oh, look at this bitch being neutral. What a fucking pussy.
I knew you
I
were
don't
gonna say
agree.
that.
This is
I
2020.
don't.
This is 2025. Stand your ground, sir. What do you
My dog just farted and it fucking stinks.
What do you
know
believe
that.
in, sir? What do you believe in?
This is getting real personal.
I believe in getting up every morning and putting my pants on and doing what I got to do to provide for myself.
What about when you don't put your pants on?
And sometimes I don't put my pants on.
And
but
then that vacuum
I,
cleaner sucks hard.
I start vacuuming just like I do every day.
And you start looking at that. You start looking at the end of that vacuum cleaner, and you're like, "Oh, buddy,
Yep.
this podcast is so fucked."
We're way off the
Hey,
rails now.
hey! I shared a meme today, and you guys are really gonna. This one's really gonna hit home to you guys, and then probably all of our fan base.
Oh boy.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Everyone is a gangster until the air compressor kicks on out of nowhere.
This is true. This is true. The amount of times I've shit my pants when the air compressor's kicked on when I've been here in the morning by myself is unfucking real.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
funny.
pretty relatable, probably to all of us and all of our listeners.
That's funny.
Do you want to know the other thing that'll really make you shit your pants? So, I don't know. You guys have crawfish at your house that just randomly show up out of nowhere?
No.
So, on very humid days, very early in the morning, there will be days that I will show up in here and I'll be working, and all of a sudden I'll turn around, man, and I don't know where these motherfuckers come from, but there will be crawfish in the middle of the fucking floor just staring at me. And I'm like, For some reason, the aura of those little animals, if you're not expecting anything or anyone to be in there with you, outside of bugs are fine, but all of a sudden you have a thing that's the size of this fucking cup on the ground looking at you, you're just like, what the fuck? Where did you... Same thing as the air compressors.
Did you pee a little bit?
I pee a lot sometimes, those little fucking bastards. And I take them outside, throw them outside in the yard, because I'm like, dude, you're going to die in here. You're going to dry up and die. Go be free, little friend. You don't bother me, so see you later. Thanks for coming. But yeah, those fuckers will get you too. Scare the shit out of you.
They'll get you.
It's fucking crazy.
Like jellyfish.
Oh, those air compressors, yep.
Like the Jews?
I didn't say that. I said jellyfish.
Oh, hang on. I'm just scrolling here, and there's 2 pictures of Charlie Kirk. One guy's got different teeth than the other one.
Oh, my God.
What about the mask theory?
I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done.
Cole's out. He's done.
Oh,
I'm done
man.
with this.
Oh, man. Well, buddy, even though
You want to know what I'm really fucking bummed out about?
Even though you don't have any morals to stand on, I'm still glad that you're my friend and part of the show.
You want to know what I'm really bummed out about?
What?
Austin Foreman.
Yeah, that is a bummer. Poor Fork.
He was 2 rounds from making a complete season.
Could we say that he got forked?
He got forked.
By
Fork got forked.
I mean, he looked so normal last weekend. It was great.
He did. Do you guys want to, I guess before Cole jumps off here, do you want to talk about the Deegan situation here right now?
Oh, my God. You're going to give me a brain aneurysm.
Why?
If you just hear the phone drop, it's because Cole actually fucking died.
Did you watch the,
did
you watch the reaction show?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's going great. We're doing well. Not as many views as I'd hoped for, but we're doing well.
I love the fact that the Jett Glazers and the Deegan Glazers have now gotten to the point that they're both just fighting with each other, and it's not even really yelling at you anymore. It's just yelling at each other. And I'm like, I'm so glad we live in a time where 2 fan bases can just bitch at each other because they're all a bunch of bitches anyways.
Just here with a big old spoon, buddy. Big old spoon.
Dude, it's all over the place.
Stirring.
It's
Stirring.
now okay, now the crazy thing is it's not even like, okay, it's the Jett homers or the Deegan homers that are talking about each other, like talking just about like how good each one of their riders is. It's now, because we know come outdoors, Hayden's moving to the 450 class. It's the homers from both sides just yelling at each other all the time.
Hold on, let's just read some of these comments on the video.
You're a douchebag?
Deegan got what he deserved, plain and simple. He has done the same thing to others, and he got it back. That's karma, baby.
This is how he could go have a conversation with Jason Anderson and all these guys. Like, this is how you can lose a title.
You cried when Deegan did it to Davies in fucking practice, you fucking idiot.
That was directed at you.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Everyone needs to have the same energy if Deegan does Joe the same way in Vegas.
Dude, that's the one thing I think I am upset is everybody in our comments keeps bringing up Joe, and you'll see it. They're like, yeah, Joe paid Levi to do it. If y'all think Joe paid Levi any money to tee off on Deegan, you obviously don't know a damn thing about Joe.
Joe paid TLR Tid Full Hat. Joe paid Levi to take Deegan out.
No, keep scrolling. They said that.
Hold on. It was clean to me given the stakes. Definitely aggro, but that's racing. What stakes? Levi isn't in the championship points battle. Joe is going to pay off his training buddy good with the $500K. Levi must be getting paid something for destroying his reputation like that. Levi had no chance of winning championship at all. He took out Hayden for his training buddy. That was far from cleaning, moron. That was far from cleaning, moron. Levi didn't even try to take the corner. Now the last lap racing for the championship, but this was on the first lap. How much is Joe paying his training partner, or how much money did Levi? Could you put a fucking period in your
No, man, we don't know grammar.
Slayer, Jesus.
Grammar.
Did Levi gamble on Joe winning the championship since gambling is legal for MX and SX now? Levi destroyed his reputation, and Hayden has never raced Levi like that. I don't think Levi destroyed his reputation at all, by the way.
Levi has a reputation?
I think he gained a lot of fans.
I think so, too. Deegan's done that before. What goes around comes around. Thumbs up emoji. Deegan's done it, but it's not clean if you crash. Took real balls to do it.
Scroll down when they start talking about Levi's girlfriend.
Trollbot says, what? Okay. These replies are great. Guys who are mad at Levi this week will be cheering Deegs for taking out Joe next week. That's 100%. Clean, he cut across 3 different ruts and straight T-boned him. He didn't straight T-bone him. Matthew Fisher, 9352.
He's a big Deegan
You
fan.
are a fucking moron, dude. He did not T-bone him. He hit him side plate to side plate.
Hang on a second. I got somebody in my driveway.
Whoa. Oh,
Let the dog have at him.
That's the government.
It's the Jews.
We are so canceled.
Oh man.
I want to hear you guys talk more about that whole thing.
Dude, we could definitely make a.
We will,
whole
but
separate
not
podcast.
while we're on YouTube, man. I'll talk to you about it after this. Roger Fields 70-94. Cole's dead. 100%, not even
He's
close to
gone.
clean hit, and they didn't penalize him because if he would have won, it would have been Deegan's chip. T-Bone, Michael 5XT. Good call here. T-Bone, he was side by side to Deegan. Exactly. He did not say clean. Legit block pass. Aggro, in my opinion, but legit. It wasn't a T-Bone. Levi missed his rut. Hit the danger kit. He didn't. Okay. He didn't miss his rut. He went for Deegan, but it was a clean block pass. Number one.
You guys should go back to the 90s.
Hold on, you guys.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, well he's not dead. So
You're still talking. You're still
His
talking.
dog didn't eat him.
Well, it was you want to know what just happened in my life?
Oh boy.
Sure.
Some lady came by
And wanted to sell you a vacuum.
Had lips on it?
I hoped. I was hoping they were going to sell me a shampooer.
Huh.
But, no, I was wondering if the people lived here, like, were still alive. It's like, yeah, I've been seeing different cars and different stuff going by here. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I've lived here for 3 years, but...
You honestly should have really scared the shit out of her and go, no, I mean, they're sleeping right now. I was just kind of robbing them, so I'll go ask.
Anyway. Hold on, guy. Hold on. Again, we can't use fucking punctuation because we're all fucking retards. Hold on, you guys killed Deegan for what he did to Davies and Beaumare.
Oh, my God. I don't care about all the comments. I can go read them myself.
But it's okay for what Kitchen did to another... for what Kitchen did. Another Moto Media channel just spewing BS.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's it. You have blinders on if you didn't think someone would do this
Cole's
to
gonna
Deegan
go
at some
sometime
point.
soon.
You think that was a fair move. Cole, what do you think of the move?
I thought it was definitely something sparked it. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting to do that. That's what Beaumare should have done, but he was a little beach about it.
I mean, my question is just what the fuck happened that made him do that? Because that's not a particularly Kitchen-like move. Like Kitchen doesn't go in and slam people.
I think that's the first time Kitchen's ever gotten to take a shot at him.
It's the first time I've seen life out of Levi since Detroit.
I mean, somebody did bring up that.
That's the first time that he's ever been in the situation to do that. Outdoors, they've never been even close.
You know who paid
They
him?
didn't race each other in
Smitty.
Supercross, obviously.
Smitty paid him.
So,
There we go. Smith paid him. That's it.
I think Kitchen's been waiting to do that for a long time.
That wouldn't surprise me. Somebody did bring up that at the beginning of the year, Deegan did talk a bunch of shit about him because of how he came into A1 and then got sick or
Dude,
whatever.
he's been
didn't
talking.
race.
Deegan has all the right in the world to talk about these dudes and try to get in their head. And if these dudes are mentally soft enough to let words get in their head, that's their problem, not Deegan's. But just as much of the right that Deegan has to talk about these dudes, they have the right to get aggressive with him. And look, there's no way that Hayden didn't think this was coming. I think that he was probably a little surprised that it took this long. But it's like you start running down the line of dudes. You know, you talk about Kitchen. You talk about Juju. I thought Juju would have been the first one to do it. But you talk about Juju.
Juju hit Hammaker harder than he ever did Deegan.
Yeah, Juju. You talk about, if you want to go back to the situation that happened between him and Seth back at Birmingham all those years ago. You talk about Cody Shock. Talk about Cody.
Yep.
Joe is the only one that's gotten aggressive with him, but obviously Joe's never teed off on him. Even if you want to go back to the Davies thing, even though we know that would. He's talked about Mosman, Hymus. It's like, look, man, all these dudes he's talked about, they've never had a chance, and they've never actually had the balls to do anything about it. But if y'all Deegan fans out there believe that, like, this wasn't coming, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're really living with blinders. Like, some of you Deegan fans, I understand it. I understand, like, you guys, this is your guy. I have no problem with it. It's the same thing with
I think
Jett.
they're worse than I am with Jett.
Oh, they're much worse. But it's the same thing with the Jett fans. I was the same thing with Stu. Like, you latch onto a guy and you have blinders. But it's like, there's no way you guys, even the hardcore Deegan fans, didn't think this was going to happen at some point. I'm not saying that every time Deegan, like, got aggressive with dudes in the past, he went straight, he tried to tee off on them, center punch them, whatever. But it's like, when you talk about somebody, when you talk about other people and you run your mouth, what do you think's going to happen?
Let's just draw this back around full circle here, right? To the events that happened this week, in a sense. This is...
No, you're not. You're drawing this back around to Charlie Kirk event.
Yeah,
You're fucking fucking ridiculous.
No,
dude.
I'm not, dude. So this goes right in line with the lunatics out there that are celebrating the death of a father and a husband, and then are surprised that they get fucking fired from their job because they're fucking lunatics. Okay, so it goes right back to that. If you thought that Deegan was going to talk the shit that he talks, and nothing was ever going to happen,
Which, by the way, he's entitled to talk that shit.
he's entitled to fully talk that shit. Just like these lunatics are entitled to get online and fucking say that they are happy that this man was murdered live in front of people. However, there are real life fucking consequences to your actions.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those real life consequences. And this, if Deegan continues down this road here, this will only get worse in the 450 class. Because the first guy that isn't going to put up with that shit, the first guy is going to be Hunter Lawrence. Because Hunter Lawrence doesn't like him.
I mean, look what he did to Nate back in the 250 days.
And like Jett doesn't really do that, so like I don't see Jett getting into it.
But Barsha,
Hunter
Anderson,
will park him.
Barsha, Anderson, and the difference with the 450 dudes is they can run it in on you, take you down, and they won't go down.
They're not going to go down like Levi.
No, exactly, because they actually know how to tee off on you
Yes.
and make it stick. That's the difference.
Yes, Barsha and Anderson. I mean, dude, the 51 and the 21, they're mad at you just because you're breathing air around.
And good luck trying that shit with Malcolm, seeing if you can move his ass.
Yeah, like that's the thing
Yeah,
too.
well, I just think back of that 22 season when Anderson, in my opinion, should have won that title, but he got into it with Mookie.
Yep.
Exactly. Mookie ruined him. He's like, hey, Endo, you're going to win a title? Not tonight. I don't really care.
Yep, 100%.
And this is what I've talked about, why I brought this up. And everybody, all of the people that watch this show got on my shit. They're like, Deegan, this and that. This is exactly what I brought up. Deegan gets away with it in the 250 class because all these kids are mentally soft. You go to the 450 class where you're racing men, they're not mentally soft. They
Not
don't
that
care
way.
about you.
Nope.
And what happened? He finally got taken out.
I mean, look, Jason Anderson didn't give a fuck who Jett Lawrence was when he grabbed hold of his helmet.
Exactly.
You're in my face. Don't fucking touch me.
Do you think he's going to care about Hayden Deegan? He's not going to care.
Nope.
And again, even once you and we know that Jett doesn't play that game, but do you think if Hayden, if that whole thing and he starts screwing with Jett, Jett's just going to be the point, all right, dude, like I'm done with this. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to walk away from you. Because that's exactly what Jett will do.
I mean, to be honest,
They're going to pull a Forkner.
It's gonna be like the Tate brothers. It's not even gonna be him. Watch Hunter come in there.
I know.
Hunter's not. Hunter might sit there when you guys are having words after the race, like he did with Anderson.
How's it going, buddy?
However, then there's gonna come a certain point in the race that he's gonna be like, "Hey, we're done. We're really
you
done."
you just see a blue light going up and over the backside of a berm. There goes Deegan.
Like I said, the first person I have bets on that decides that enough is enough is going to be Hunter.
Well, I mean, he's not going to be in the same zip code as Jett, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, this is the one thing that I was concerned with. Was I concerned about what Hayden could accomplish in the 450 class? No. I'm not a Hayden fan. Everybody knows that. But this was the one thing that I kept bringing up to everybody. It's just because we hadn't seen it yet. What is going to happen when somebody finally says enough is enough? I'm sick of your crap, dude. I'm going to do something about it. And the first time it did, what happened? And I guess, I don't know if Cole, if you're going to stay on to talk about the 250 class, if you got to go. But this just segues into next week. What's he going to do about Joe?
That's the last point I'll make, and then I'll jump off.
Yeah. Because he winning?
Joe's got a giant target on his back, and there's a lot of different ways that this can go.
Does he take him out?
That's what I'm saying. I think Deegan will try to take him out.
He has to do something.
Because he can't just win.
But Joe, Joe, if he starts out in front of him, he has to go. And if Deegan comes up behind him and he knows he can get second and still win this deal, he's going to have to pull over, and they're going to start playing games or all that. Like, you would, if I'm him, I pull over, let Deegan go. But you know Deegan's not going to take that.
Well, and the thing is, too, is Joe's proved this. He's the only one that's actually had the balls to get aggressive with Hayden, and we've even talked about this dating back to look what happened in Indy. Mm-hmm. You and me even sat up and were like, what the fuck is Joe doing? Like, Joe, but that's the thing, though. Joe is not afraid of Deegan.
No.
So Joe, like, I totally agree with what you're saying, Cole, but that's the difference with Joe is if Hayden's latched onto him, Joe's going to know, hey, he's going to play something with me, and as much as Hayden's like, oh, there's no beef, Joe, there's a little bit of beef there. Joe's not going to be afraid the fact that Hayden's sitting on his rear wheel, like leaving the door open. Like Joe's not. He's going to keep doing his thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm looking at it though is because we've talked about the AMA and they've been handed out some things and we've commended them like, hey, sticking to your guns. Look, I'm just going to say this: if Hayden tees off on Joe and it is very blatant, I'm normally not the guy that'll sit there to say, hey, AMA, step in. If it is blatant as hell, AMA needs to do something about it.
It just depends what it is, right? If he goes in and makes contact like Levi did last night, that was a clean block pass. Was it aggressive? Yes.
But I think Hayden's going to have to put him on the ground, though, to make it stick.
If he T-bones him, then you have to step in.
AMA, I do not want AMA to step in to ever decide anything. But if it is blatant, yes.
If he T-bones him, you have to step in.
You have to.
He cannot center punch him. And you cannot allow that.
Because then you set a precedent.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's okay to do it when his championship's on the line.
But the issue is it's going to be just like what happened with Kitchen.
What?
His Kitchen doesn't have a warning, or did he get a warning?
No, he got a warning.
Kitchen got a warning. But again, Kitchen's thing was clean.
That was Kitchen's first offense, and it wasn't clean. It was fucking dirty.
But
it wasn't.
But Cole, I'm not gonna talk about that. I want to talk about the Joe thing. Hayden has already had, though, incidents with other people, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. AMA, I will say this. If it's clear, look, like I said, if it's a Kitchen thing, then it's like, hey, man, that's on Joe. Joe shouldn't have left the door open. But if he blatantly goes in knowing he's got to put him on the ground and that's the only way to do it, and Joe ends up on the ground like it's very blatant, AMA, if they don't step in and they do something about it, y'all are a bunch of bitches. Because you can't have dudes going out and saying, hey, man, we're gonna look at things, all the years with Ando, all the years with Barsha, all these different things, and then because it's for a championship, be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's Hayden Deegan. I don't want to hear that shit. If they don't do anything, y'all are a bunch of bitches.
There's just a fine line they have to walk, right? Like, last night when they were like, oh, we're reviewing the Kitchen thing, I'm like, okay, well, here's the fine line you walk. If you penalize Kitchen for what he did last night, now you open yourself up to you have to start looking at every LCQ, everything, and you're basically going to start making this a no-contact sport. Why do you think that wasn't clean last night, Cole? What about it wasn't clean?
He fucking went across 4 ruts and did whatever he took to make contact with him.
And hit him
He intentionally made contact with him.
And hit him side by side. So what? So we can't make a block pass now?
That wasn't a fucking block pass.
The fuck it wasn't. Side plate to side plate. Side plate to side plate.
God.
He didn't center punch him.
Side plate to side plate. He blew his front brake right off.
Side plate to side plate. Yeah, dude, of course. Contact was fucking made.
You've
No way.
You've never taken anybody out in your life.
You are being a fucking pussy about this one. Like, dude, I can hear Deegan's dick in your mouth right now. It's unreal.
Oh my god.
It's unreal.
Dude.
I didn't know you'd switch to that side, but it's unfucking real.
Cole, do you agree with what I'm saying that if it is blatant, look, if it's a Kitchen thing, that's one thing, but if it's blatant, what is your opinion on what I just said?
What? That I wasn't even listening.
If Deegan, look, bro, hey, I'm not saying one thing or the other on the Kitchen thing, but like my opinion on the Joe thing is different. If it's a Kitchen thing, that's one thing. I'm saying that if Hayden goes in there and it is blatant as hell that he is trying to put Joe on the ground and the AMA doesn't step in, do you agree that makes it look bad?
Sleeping over there?
I guess, yeah, whatever, yeah.
You don't agree?
I agree.
Okay. I don't really care about the whole kit. I honestly couldn't give 2 shits less about what happened between Hayden and Kitchen last night. I don't care. That is what it is. I have a real issue right now that if we get into next week and Hayden, and maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm just projecting. But I'm going to have a real issue that if Hayden's sitting on Joe's rear wheel and Hayden knows the only way that he can beat Joe for this title is if he puts Joe on the ground and Joe loses more spots. Because let's be real, at this point, Joe getting second.
But I think he's allowed to put Joe on the ground. But it's just the nature in which you do it, right? Again, if you come in and center punch him, that's not fucking okay.
That's what I'm saying. If he goes in for the front end.
So what if Deegan does what Kitchen did to him?
Fine.
To Joe.
Then it's a
To Joe.
block. Then it's a block pass. If he slides it up there and makes contact side to side, huh?
He didn't slide up there.
He fucking made contact side to side. Like, go watch it. Are you blind?
Cole, my thing is with that is that I look at that and I have a different opinion. I think that I think that Levi was intending to do that. I don't really care about
100%.
that. I don't really care about that. I think that what I'm trying to get at is that to me,
I'm trying to get at Travis. Fucking.
I don't really.
Drunk
I don't really care.
Zero chance.
I don't really care about that.
Zero chance.
I don't really care about that.
It wasn't a clean pass. It wasn't a clean pass.
Okay, yes,
he did.
did.
Maybe, but it was dirt. It was a little dirty.
It wasn't dirty. There was nothing dirty about that. It was a block pass. It was an aggressive block
We're gonna go
pass.
down. We're gonna go down the fucking. I'm gonna go on 441 motocross on YouTube.
Was it fucking dirty?
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch dirty passes in the history of motocross.
Was it
Part
dirty
2.
when Dunge didn't hit the brakes and fucking T-boned Stu? Was
Fuck that
fucking
guy.
dirty?
Oh my god, that's not even close.
Dude,
That's not
that
even close to the same
that's
situation.
worse than what Kitchen did last night.
Oh my god.
That's
the thing
worse
with
than what
Dundee
Kitchen did.
Was a $1,000,000% a racing incident.
Oh
because
my
Stu's
God.
a fucking idiot. and
It was
turned on
worse than what
traffic.
Kitchen did last night.
But it was a racing incident.
Kitchen
It's
went
two
in to
different
make
things.
a fucking block pass. Yes, he went
You're
across
fucking
3
drunk,
ruts.
dude.
I have watched since I started covering this sport in the manner that I have. I have watched
Travis,
guys go
we're
across
gonna go
ruts
riding
and
this
corners.
week, and I'm gonna show you what a fucking block pass.
The
is.
fuck we are. I don't have time for that. Okay.
Look, guys, I couldn't care less about that anymore. It's done and over with. I just care about that if we get into next week and Hayden, if it is blatant that he is trying to put Joe on the ground and Joe ends up on the ground, I'm going to have a real issue if nothing's
But
done
I think
about
he's allowed to put him on. If he puts him on the ground in the same manner that Kitchen put Deegan down last night, fine.
But
I'm
the difference
fine
is,
with it.
But the difference is, though, is that for that to happen, Hayden's going to have to go with the intention that he's going to have to put him on the ground and know no matter what he does, because that could have ended up either way. Levi intended to run it in on Hayden hard.
Yeah.
My point
he
is
intended to take him down.
that's the thing though. He didn't hit him in a manner though, because let's be real, Hayden and all the fucking talent that he has almost didn't end up on the ground. He almost saved it. The difference is with what I'm saying is Hayden's going to have to make a pass that he's going to know that what he does is going to put him on the ground.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's the intention part of it. Because if you go in and you're like, hey, I'll put him on the ground, but you do it the way that Levi did, you don't always know that dude's going to go on the ground because, hey.
Yeah, and I mean, the real problem is that if he doesn't put him on the ground, like we've talked about now, Joe's not scared of him. He's coming back in the next corner, buddy.
And that's where it's going to be a very.
If he puts you on the ground, then you're fucked.
And then what do you do? But if you're AMA, I don't know. I think that there needs to be a real conversation this week that needs to go out to everybody because of the manner and who the people are that are involved with this and go, look, guys, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you do this, there's going to be repercussions because all I have to say, I'm never normally the guy that like gets into the AMA because half the time I don't really care. But I will stand my ground on this, and I don't care who you are. I will argue with this. If they don't do something and that happens, we have a fucking problem.
It's a fine line they got to walk. It's a fine line, and it's going to be I don't think the intent necessarily has to be the issue. It has to be how it's executed.
Okay,
Again,
Vince Freeze, Weston Pike.
Yeah, if you center punch a guy, that's a fucking problem.
And I think that's what he's going to have to do. Because I don't think just running it in on someone, he's not going to know if that's going to put him on the ground. Center punch?
He is going to have to make sure that he somehow pulls out his front wheel or puts him over the berm.
What happens if he goes over the berm and Joe ends up going fucking launches the berm?
I don't know, man.
That's different. That's the same thing.
There's a lot of things that can happen here. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. But like I said, I think if you go in there center punching a dude, that's a fucking problem.
Because honestly, I don't really care whether Hayden or Joe.
That's intent to injure.
Yeah, because I really don't care either way if Hayden or Joe wins. Like obviously, I'd rather have Joe, but if Hayden wins, I don't really care either. I want to see good racing.
Fucking pony up that number 390 machine. We'll go to Ziegler and I'll show you,
brother.
Oh my god.
First off,
can we move on?
I would just hit the brakes.
Can we move on?
You would go right by me.
This dude thinks he's fucking. He thinks he's Andy Carson, and I'm Renee Carson.
You would go right by me. Okay.
Or sorry, Andrea Carson.
Yeah, dude, bro. I've been watching.
Yeah, get it right, bro.
I've been
Andrea
watching this
Carson,
shit since
dog.
I was a kid. It's pretty simple. I just hit the brakes.
Hey, speaking of that, did you see my Facebook post go viral?
No, we did not.
I put a picture of Renee Cartier up, and I said, "I'm going to tell my kids this is Jorge Prado."
No, my god.
Oh yeah. How viral are we talking?
I'm talking like $49.
That's not bad. Nice job.
All right, yeah.
I'm talking how viral you want to know? Let's go through the analytics.
Oh my god, we don't have time for that.
He doesn't want to read comments, but he can read me fucking
We don't-
analytics.
we don't
on
have
the
time
air.
for this.
He loves analytics.
I do love analytics.
Can we move on?
Hit me with them.
Can we?
Ready?
Yeah.
744,000 views
Nice.
and a reach of 500,000.
Nice. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad.
And a number one comment. A guy said,
French people suck. I can only imagine.
no, it just doesn't feel right. And then I said, I need to sleep in a west-facing room so the sun does not wake me.
I mean,
Okay.
don't we all? Why would the sun? Why would you want the sun to wake you?
Well, my sister won on it. And just everybody started quoting the movie. It's great.
Sweet.
Cool.
We still have that video somewhere.
Renee
Yeah, I know.
Cartier is 100% Jorge Prado.
Oh my god, you guys are so ridiculous.
If Renee Cartier was from Spain,
Maybe.
it would be even better.
Yeah, that's how this doesn't work. Spain and France aren't the same thing.
I think I'm going to her.
Are you coming in the studio next week? Wrap the season up or what?
No. What did I tell you? What did I open this call up with?
I don't know.
What did I say I was doing?
He's buying a 500.
What'd he say?
He's buying a 500.
Nope. After that.
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't
hear that
remember.
part.
I wasn't paying attention.
Buying
to
a
it.
sucking
I am
vacuum?
doing the Doug Lindsay
Oh, that's
Memorial
right.
2-stroke race.
That's right. I forgot.
Get your 2 strokes out and fucking
Hammer deep.
pony up.
2 strokes aren't ready. It's the kid's birthday. We start ice skating at 5 o'clock, and then I got to be here at 5:30 to do the show.
And then Travis is going to take a nap at 6 o'clock and sleep for an hour.
Something like that.
Hey, I got something I want to put out there too. Your boy needs a motorhome for MXDN, so if anybody knows,
Wow.
looking for that wants to.
You're a little late to the
rent one
party
out.
on that one. You got like 2 weeks, brother.
Well, guess what? We let Denver Rigsby be in charge of it, and then he just now tells us yesterday that, oh, the one I was going to get, we can't get anymore.
That's honestly what you get for letting Denver organize anything.
Hashtag loose program.
Yeah. Yep. So now I'm flicking my balls around over here.
Yeah, bro, you got like, is it
I got
2 or 3?
I got a tent you can borrow.
I might just sleep in my van, honestly.
Oh my God,
Maybe.
that's going to be terrible.
I did it, Red Bud.
You're not going to
Man,
get any
like-
sleep, brother.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Dude, my
I'm
trailer.
a little old now. I need sleep.
Yeah, bro, you sleep in your van, you are not going to walk for 3 days.
My trailer, I go in that, and you can't hear shit.
Cole's getting old. He cannot sleep in his van
Bro,
for 3
a
days.
queen size air mattress fits perfectly between the fender wells in the van in the back of it.
He's good.
Yeah, you do that, buddy, and you tell me how that goes for you. I really want to hear it because I think you're
I mean,
not.
it's went great for years, dude.
You also are older now.
Wyman and I snuggled in one.
You all-
You got one of them. You got one of them air mattresses with a headboard because that's a game changer.
So's got a blow up doll that he's gonna break with him too.
No,
look,
I
at,
mean-
look at this deer. Hang on, dude. I got
Oh
a
my-
deer creeping.
I mean, it keeps your pillows from sliding off the air mattress, dude. It's
Yeah, hopefully it
fantastic.
doesn't downpour and you fucking roll down the hill.
Yeah.
I'll be watching it from
Yeah,
the comfort
something
of my
like that.
home.
All right, man. We gotta go.
All right, later.
See ya.
So, yeah. All right, take it this fucking thing.
Cole Ugetti, brought to you by Adept Creative Co. Make sure to check them out. Boy, he didn't want anything to do with talking about politics from this week.
Nah,
did he?
well, we know he's not. That's not his thing.
No, because I send him 1,000 fucking.
And he doesn't
things a
watch any of
day
them.
on Instagram. He's got all the info.
I think anybody that just needs to watch that Nick Fuentes video and you'll be stuck.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's fantastic. So, all right. I guess before we jump into 250s here, we will touch on that because obviously it's big news. So obviously, as everybody knows, Charlie Kirk shot this week. RIP to him. Put me in a very weird frame of mind this week just because as being a low-key person on the internet talking shit about moto stuff, you always think like your biggest fear, and what I mean by fear is like your biggest thing is like, oh, somebody will walk up and like punch me in the face. And now you see someone with a difference of opinion and they are being taken out from 200 yards out, which is a totally different thing to be involved in.
By a student with a 4.0.
Which is all really weird. And it looks different than the pictures.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird. I mean, RIP to him. Very sad situation. Again, as a father, also you think about the father. The husband is now gone. The family was there. People our age shouldn't have to see that kind of stuff.
And we
Let
live in a world
alone
that's not even a big deal anymore.
yeah, let alone that. And yeah, so very sad. RIP to him. I don't even know where to go because if I do start yelling, we're definitely losing monetization on this episode here if we don't even get kicked off of YouTube entirely. What I'll say is that if you are a lunatic who is celebrating what happened, you are a fucking lunatic and the worst kind of human being ever. And everything that you get that God sends to you from here on out, because you are that worst kind of person, you absolutely 100% earned it, and that's why God is sending it to you. Yeah, I mean, I don't fully see this because there's going to be a lot of people that will come in the comments too for, well, you're saying he's the leftist, but he's not. I'm not saying he's the leftist. Okay, this has gotten down to the point now of lunatics versus sane people. Okay, and you people cheering this on, whatever. You guys are lunatics, and I don't think you understand what this means. I don't think you understand what this has done. I don't believe you fully understand the consequences to your actions. And some of you are learning that because we've all seen the videos now of these lunatics celebrating it on social media, and their employers see it, and you're getting fired. And that, to be honest, is like the least amount of things I think you should be worried about, because there are going to be lunatics now on the other direction too, because of what you've destroyed. And you guys, we were talking about this before we even started the show. You guys, like, the lunatics is what I'm talking about here. I'm not even going down the right versus left path here. I'm going against lunatics versus
the deranged people
versus common versus people who have any sort of sense.
Just have a difference.
Yeah. You guys have made this just complete insanity, and there are going to be people who will go insane over this. That you took out the guy that wanted to talk to you, the guy that wanted to have a conversation, that wanted to debate your points. You destroyed that, and that's I don't think you fully grasp what that means.
You made him a martyr,
and I'm sure most of you who are watching this show, if not all of you, probably have similar feelings. You probably have similar viewpoints when it comes to politics and things like that, because most of us do. But to destroy the guy who wanted to actually have the conversation, not the guy that wanted to destroy you, he just wanted to have a conversation about where you were, try to point out the flaws in your logic or your
see if you could change his mind.
See if you could actually change his mind. Which again, he was one of the guys that admitted things when he was wrong and did change points of view, which is why he had began to ask questions about a certain country in the Middle East, which could or could not be involved, be a situation of what things that happened this week. But yeah, I mean, you guys, it's insanity. Like I said, if you're cheering it on, you are the worst kind of person ever, and I pray you don't have to suffer too much, but I also pray that you that God shows you where your flaws are.
I will just say I'll echo all of Travis' sentiment.
It was a good spiritual side of it, right?
That was.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. It didn't sound too crazy.
I mean,
He's more a churchgoer than you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in the church my whole life, so
I try to tiptoe that the best way I possibly could.
I'd say it's good. I mean, that's the same take I'd have. You
'Kay.
know, it's a touchy subject, but
Look, man, like I said, I can't scream and yell about it because we're on YouTube. Go
I
ahead.
will echo all the same thing Travis said. I just look at the fact of that you took a father away of two young kids. You took a husband away. They not only have to watch that, and now mom has to explain to the two kids that dad's not coming home. Like this isn't a vacation. This is permanent, and daddy's gone to be with God in heaven.
Jesus. Go with Jesus.
Jesus. Sorry, Jesus. Either way, heaven. You're gonna see him one day, but right now he's just looking over.
There's
you.
just a certain group of people that don't believe in Jesus.
I know. Okay, fine.
They
Sorry.
could also be involved with this.
Sorry. Okay, fine. That's the hardest part for me. I look at it as we're supposed to be, we have the freedom of speech, right, wrong, or otherwise. That's the whole point of being human. We don't have to agree with everybody. If everybody agreed with everybody, there'd be no point to being a human being. It wouldn't make life different. It wouldn't make us different from animals if we all agreed on the same thing. It's okay to debate. It's okay to have a different of opinion. That's what's great. And if you can convince me to come off of what I believe in, then more power to you. If not, cool. We agree to disagree. That doesn't mean we can't be friends. There's okay with disagreement. But somewhere along the lines, everybody started to think, and you know who you are, you started to think that it was, oh, you don't agree with me? Well, fuck you. You're a fascist. You're a Nazi. And I'm going to tread lightly because this does get me fired up. But like, I don't like the fact that we now can't talk about things. And as I said, I'm going to tread lightly, as Travis just said. But you took out the guy that, let's have a debate guy. You martyred a guy. You made a guy that all he wanted to do was have a conversation. And right now, and I'm going to say, and this is where I honestly don't know if I should even say this, but when you start taking away the freedom of speech of this country, what makes us any different than a dictatorship?
That's why they say we can't let that go. That and the Second Amendment, First and Second Amendment are the turning points here. So
everybody got. My last thing I'll say is everybody in this country has gotten too comfortable with being comfortable. And the very final thing I'll say, and then we can move on, get back to dirt bikes, what we're all here for. Liberal, conservative, center, Muslim, Catholicism, Christianity, whatever your beliefs are. We're all humans. And the fact that somewhere along the lines everybody stopped forgetting that we're humans at our core, that's a fucking issue with me. We're all human beings trying to make it in this world. To me, the moment that you start cheering for other, look, if you're a bad person and you do bad things to bad people and you hurt children and you do this and that, fuck off. I don't have any room for you. But if you're just a person expressing your opinion, where in the hell did all of a sudden we stop losing our humanity as a society? It's a human being, plain and simple. He didn't do any hurt to people. Oh, you disagreed with him. I'm sorry you're so mentally weak that you think it's okay to hurt people just because a guy disagreed with you. I'm in the same boat with you, brother. I this week is really, for some odd reason, really hit me hard. And then I watched the video of the Ukrainian girl, and I apologize that I forgot her name. That really got to me. I feel like I'm getting more emotional in my older age.
There's some strange things in that one too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting more.
Some interesting things happen.
Either way,
interesting coincidences.
Innocent people are not here anymore, and
yeah, that was.
It's got me. It's got me. I don't know. It's getting to me more, man. And I've had a lot of bad shit happen to me in my life, so I'm not normally an emotional person. But as the older I get, I find myself getting emotional at random times, and I don't know. It kind of hurts my heart a little bit.
Now, if you want to hear my real thoughts and feelings on these things, make sure to join our members area under the B class bench racer segment,
because he will.
And you can join the Thirsty Thursday.
Get a beer,
and you can ask me about this stuff, because that is a private YouTube stream there, and I spout off at the mouth a lot more.
Get a beer, grab a pizza, boys, because you know what?
You can get me going. Usually I try to stick to 30 minutes, but you can get me going on some stuff. So, and with that being said, that's going to wrap up our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Again, thanks to Rev X Oil, or Rev X Products, and make sure to check out their Max Power Oil additive here for all your single-cylinder four-stroke motors. Again, go back and check out last week's episode. We had Dan in studio, and we broke down just what kind of improvements and what that can do for your motor there. Seth.
Yes.
How the member chat going over there?
Pretty good.
What do we got in there?
Quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. Read it down before we move on here.
We've had good analytics too. Average viewer duration's been 30 minutes so far.
Sweet.
Nice.
So.
What do we got in the chat though? Run me down the chat here.
All right, run down the chat. Dreadful XR. I agree with Justin on the RV comment. Tim Cross says, Father Time has caught up with these old guys except Tomac.
Kinda-ish,
but yeah.
Tomac has his days, but he has his other days too where it's caught up with him for sure.
He also says, these teams say they don't have the money, but at Triple Crown races, each rider has 2 bikes past tech, just in case, so you can sign a couple of up-and-comers for minimum salaries and bonuses. I don't know.
They don't tech 2 bikes other than at Triple Crowns. That's inaccurate. They only tech 2 bikes at Triple Crowns, and that is just because there isn't enough time between races. So that's the only one that they tech 2 bikes. Outside of that, you can't tech 2 bikes any other race.
Nope.
Continue.
He also says, after Vegas, Marchbanks will test 450 SX, and they will make the decision to go to...
Who said that?
Tim Cross.
How does Tim know this? Tim, comment how you know this.
Sources.
They will make the decision
Name your source.
of
Cooksey.
He also says he can't be worse than Prado was. I don't know.
Well, that is also true.
That's also true.
Because he wouldn't quit.
Wow. Yeah.
Dreadful XR.
I don't know who that is. He must be a new member.
He must be. I agree, Tim. Like Travis said, PC have will be fine with the guys. They have already just bring up an amateur or just run for bikes, in my opinion. Tim Cross says, and playoff run for baseball.
Yeah, that's true too. That's taking up stadiums right now too.
RS was Ralph, right?
Yeah.
He says, what's up? Dreadful XR. People never forget in this sport.
This is also true.
Facts. Barsha has a mind like a steel trap.
Dreadful XR. Levy waited for Deegan had his guard down and strike, but if I'm Levy,
Levi.
Levi, my bad. Levi, I'm watching my back in Vegas because Deegan's definitely coming.
Nah,
he
Deegan
doesn't
doesn't have
care.
time to play with him. He's trying to win this title.
Yeah, he doesn't care about Levi.
He'll fuck with Shimoda, but he isn't going to fuck with Levi there.
It's pointless for him to do that.
But when Levi comes into the 450s in a few years,
We'll see what Levi's
people don't forget.
We'll see what Levi's even doing when he moves to the 450 class.
Ralph says, if that happens, Jett and RJ took out Jett. Travis be against it.
If RJ took out Jett, RJ did already try to take out Jett.
Yeah,
2
which
years
was
ago.
a fucking dumb move because he just torpedoed in
Yeah,
there.
it came in like
he-
a fucking lightning bolt.
I
and
was
just
going to say, it
yard
wasn't
sailed.
anything other than, hey, I'm a torpedo through the mud. Look at me. Look at
Yeah,
me. You want to know what I'm playing tonight?
That's all he
Torpedo
was.
in the mud.
That's all he was doing. He's like, "Hey, white lightning."
Ooh, torpedo in the mud. You know what that sounds like? Continue.
Tim says, AMA needs to talk to Deegan before practice and tell him if you are deliberately center punch J.O. or Kitchen.
He's not going to do anything to Kitchen. We all got to get off that. There's nothing going to happen with Kitchen.
But he's
there.
sounds like this guy's
Yeah.
basically agreeing with
Yeah,
what we're
Tim
saying.
is agreeing with us
Yeah.
on that, which is fine. Yes, that
Yeah.
needs
He does.
to happen.
He needs to.
But they can talk to him, but Deegan's his own person, so.
Well, then you know what? If Deegan tries to be his own person, then they need to sack up and actually like, "Hey, bud, this you may be you, but this is our sport."
Yeah. Anyway.
You will be DQ. You want 250,000 or DQ for 40,000.
I think that they should just DQ him at that point.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ralph says it was dirty.
It wasn't dirty, Ralph. You're wrong.
I think we just got a $2 donation.
Woo! Fuck yeah!
Typical Ralph. What'd he say? For better internet?
Yeah, right? It says hurrah.
Thanks, Ralph.
I
But
know
you're still wrong. That wasn't dirty. Go ahead.
sounds like the only way Deegan can win a championship is to punt his competition.
In this case, yes.
Unless Joe has an issue.
Which, let's
Joe
be
has
real,
an issue.
even last night being sicker than a dog,
Yeah.
he was fine.
It's going to be rare at this point because Joe seems to have everything cranking, but
Yeah.
he could have an issue. Bad start or something.
I thought he's the man in the 250. That was from Tim.
I mean, Hayden has been the man in the 250 class.
Yeah.
He also says RJ center punch haymaker got nothing. So
Yeah, that was dumb too.
That was
Anyway,
done. Nobody's disputing that.
Nobody forgets either. I don't know if you saw that Mitch Payton interview that Swap did,
Oh, Mitch apparently loved the whole thing.
but he brought it up though of like, yeah, we're not thrilled about the penalty, because we did also point out the fact of RJ took out Seth for a title, so like that was a fucking thing too.
Oh, people in the pits right now are happy. There's a lot of
I
happy
know.
people.
I know. Anyway, continuing.
this is where you guys start talking about in the halftime.
Oh, boy.
Ralph says, right on, Travis. He also says, thou shall not kill celebrating for loss of life is pretty despicable.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's about as much as we get from there.
Yeah.
That being said, Jett messed up his first moto start because he got stuck in the gate in practice.
That was funny. Oh, he got stuck in the game in practice. I'm like, what a dork.
Jet's just fucking pushing the limit on things that he can do.
He was laughing about it for
Oh,
sure.
for sure. He wasn't pissed. He thought it was funny.
Here's where we get the donation from Ralph, $2.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
Two-
yeah,
Two
Ralph.
bags. Woo!
Fuck yeah. You're still wrong, though. That pass wasn't dirty. Go ahead.
Tim Cross says gut feeling, and then the last one is from Dreadful. He says, "Yeah, I'm a new member. Couldn't wait till Tuesday for the show."
Hell yeah, brother. Thanks you
man.
for
Thank
joining
you.
the members there. Yeah, make
Thank
sure
you,
to
buddy.
make sure to tune in on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time there. I jump on and I talk. So and we can talk about anything. I will go deeper on conspiracy theories and stuff like that if you want to talk about those. We can talk moto stuff. We can talk whatever. It doesn't really matter. So, all right. Like I said, that's been your Complete Racing Solution halftime report. Make sure to check out CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Pick up your Coach Rob Energy Fuel because it is a absolutely fantastic drink. I don't use it as much now because we're getting into the season where it's not as hot, although it's supposed to be kind of fucking hot here for the next few days.
all of a sudden September can't make up its mind.
It's going to be 85 degrees
Yeah, I
here,
know.
so yeah, it got warm this afternoon. It was really nice this morning. I did a bunch of cardio. I walked the dog around the block and then dropped him off, and then I went and jogged around the block. And by the time I was done with that, I was like, it's a little
Don't
warm
worry, it's
out
going to be
here.
back in the 50s by the end of the month.
That's fine. Okay. Oh, shit. I guess. Then with that being said, we will move on to our 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Make sure to check them out, profloracing.com, for all your small bore bike needs, PW50s, 50 senior, 50 junior, 125s, 85s, 65s, all different parts and things on there. Make sure to check them out, profloracing.com. All right, so Joe gets it done, sicker than a dog, 2-2.
Just did what he had to do, man. Wasn't on it.
Nope.
Wasn't feeling it.
Nope.
And you know what,
Looked
man?
like shit after the race, man.
I thought he was dying a little bit.
Didn't go to the press conference.
Honestly,
either.
was sitting there on the podium, and he almost looked like he was about to hurl, so he cut
Yeah.
it short. Yeah, man, I mean, did a good job of keeping it, tight to the vest that he was sick, and then I guess it just got to the point that he couldn't hide it anymore. But, hey, man, you know what? Wasn't on it, and still just
Not
got it.
bad for a guy who wasn't even going to race second moto.
Got the dub, bro.
Yeah.
Got the dub. He did what he did. Was it in spectacular fashion? No. It's just solid Joe performance.
Yep.
And he's going to win this title.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that we're not giving our predictions right now, but I think he's going to win this title.
Barring anything crazy.
I don't
man.
think, and honestly, I think that
Man, how much is that going to grind Deacon's gears that he's not going to also be a 3-time champ? It does suck in the fact of the storyline for next year in 450s.
yeah.
2 3-time champs going at it, but oh well.
I mean, he could still win Supercross again.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
3-time SMX
For sure, for
champions
sure.
for SMX next year.
How crazy is it though that the fact that Joe more than likely is going to win this SMX title now? And I know everybody could say, "Well, because you're not wrong." I'm not saying, but it doesn't.
I don't want to count it yet. I mean, I think so, but I don't want to count it yet.
I mean, the only way he's going to beat it, like, here's the thing.
I'm not putting it past Deegan
I
to
don't-
come on the ground. Okay, I'm not putting it past.
If
I'm
it's
also
deli-
not putting it past something to happen to Joe.
I don't think anything's going to happen to Joe. I think Joe has proved now that those days of what happened to Joe is over with. I don't. Joe hasn't.
Could
Joe,
be recency bias, bro.
how many rounds in a row now has he been solid?
I guess I don't know, man. I'm always nervous till it's done. I'm nervous. Okay.
I'm not. I think he wins this title now.
Seth goes 3-3 for second.
Still dealing with the nagging injury, man.
What injury?
I think, what was it? Something that he fucked up. Something in the beginning of the season. He's been working through it still.
Oh,
Or was it like the shoulder or?
I mean,
was
I know
it?
he's still messing with that colitis stuff he has.
Yeah, he's been
hasn't
he's been
figured
working.
out
Maybe
how to-
he's not injured, like fully injured anymore, but he's just been working through it.
Yeah. Nate Thrasher goes 6-4 for third.
Nate,
Do you like how JT just on the podium is just like, somebody will write a book one day about...
I think Nate's used to it now. As I said, man, Nate, sometimes I remember my name Thrasher. Like, Nate just shows up sometimes. He and I was going, where's this coming from? Because even he was pretty solid in Concord. He just got shit starts, but he was
Yeah.
working his way through. Like, dude,
It was pretty solid all day, too.
honestly, man, as crazy as it sounds, and I know everybody's going to be like, oh, you're an idiot. With the way he's been riding,
We are idiots.
dude, it would not shock me next week if he just goes out and just goes 1-1.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to ride like ass the entire year, and then I'm just going to build,
Win in Vegas.
and then I'm just going to go 1-1 in
Gotta
Vegas.
Make sure I get that 2-year renewal.
Yeah.
Master Pool, 4-6 for fourth.
I mean, dude, he was like,
At the most supercrossy round of SMX that we
and
got.
I mean, dude, he was solid in Concord, put it on top of the board in qualifying, won the LCQ, got a terrible start in the first moto, and obviously the second moto didn't happen. And then, I don't know, man, like, he just was good. It's a very odd time, though, all of a sudden just to show up, like, after the way the year's gone.
Excited for next year.
Well, he doesn't have a ride for next year,
You say he's excited for next year.
but he doesn't have a ride for next year.
I don't know, man.
Maybe
Don't
he's
ask me.
going on the factory
It's a
cow.
very Time Master Pool situation here.
Maybe he's on the factory cow
Yeah,
next
there we
year.
go. I'm sure that's not how it's going to go.
I don't know, man. 450 outdoors, bro.
Tom Vial. 10-1 for fifth. Let me just quote. I could not ride the bike the first moto because the front end was just way too stiff. Except for the first however many laps were fine. The first however many laps were absolutely fine. From what I heard, his times were right with everyone else in like 2:14 range. And then all of a sudden, with 5 minutes to go, which my thing is like, okay, cool. With 5 minutes to go there when he faded off into oblivion, I went, oh, it's at this specific point the shock faded. Okay. Then we didn't go with that in the press conference stuff.
I
10-1.
I basically go with what I said yesterday. Tom, all I heard when he was talking on the podium was blah, 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 get me off this fucking KTM.
Ready for Hondas.
Dude, and everybody who knows me, and everybody who knows this show, knows I am a huge VL supporter. I am. And I wholeheartedly disagree with a lot of because you and me have been back and forth in this, the comments of how his Supercross stuff is going, wholeheartedly disagree. But last night, genuinely pissed me off. Tom, you can just mail it in for like almost all of outdoors. Show up at Ironman for 2 motos. Don't show up at Concord. Don't show up in qualifying. Don't show up in qualifying at a St. Louis. Mail it in halfway into the main in the first moto. But the one fucking time you yank a hole and got a clear track, all of a sudden you can start putting in some effort.
Do you want to know what's funny?
I'm not cool with that.
I was listening to some post-race interviews. Steve's, to be precise. And Steve actually asked a really great question, which I was pumped on. He asked him, hey, man, how did that conversation go at Ironman when you told him you weren't going to ride the second moto, or Bud's Creek, whatever it was. Was it Bud's Creek? Yeah, it was Bud's Creek, where you didn't ride the second moto.
Yeah, Bud.
How'd that conversation go? I cannot really comment on it. I will get in trouble. That's what he said.
At least Tom's being honest.
I was like, holy fucking shit, that's unreal. You mean they were pissed when you told them, I'm not riding? Because Steve was like, I talked to Ian. He didn't seem really pumped.
I mean, what are they going to do to him? He's leaving.
And his exact words were, I cannot really comment on that. I will get in trouble.
Again, what are they going to do to him?
Probably fine him.
He's fucking leaving. He doesn't give a shit.
Probably
he's leaving.
fine him.
He's leaving, and now they have to have him anyways at the last round because if they don't have him...
Marshawn Lynch, I'm just here so I don't get sued.
Yeah. It's not like Juju's out there riding, so it's like they have to have him, so what are they going to fucking do? They ain't going to do shit. He's like, hey, man, I'm going back home. I don't ever have to ride Death Cross again, and I'm going to make a whole lot more money.
Unreal.
Whatever, bro. I mean,
Unreal.
dude, Moto is a lot.
What do we have next weekend instead of the SMX Next class?
Oh, it's just the KTM shit.
Oh.
So it probably won't even be.
Stupid.
It won't even be on TV.
Yeah, that's dumb. All right. Deegan goes 114 for 6. Look, man, we've covered the thing. Go back and watch that. We'll cut a separate video. You timestamp that, Seth?
I can timestamp that.
The Deegan stuff that we were talking about with we need to go back. We need to go back. That section needs to be cut. Anyway,
Was that just now?
no. When we were
When Cole was on
the phone at the end there, we need to cut that section. Okay. I'll figure it out. It's fine. But that was impressive riding with no front brake the second moto. I mean, dude, to ride a Supercross track the way he was, and he wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they were like, oh, he's got a little bit of front brake, I was like, okay, this makes sense. But then I've seen the pictures now, as I'm sure you have, and, like, there was no front brake to grab.
No.
So, like, him, again, talk about there was some natural talent there just figuring it out of how to ride the bike like that.
I mean, yeah, you could definitely tell with the way he was angling corners. He couldn't really apex corners too much. He was fading all the way to the outside on a lot of stuff and just giving himself a lot of leverage. And, I mean, he did what he had to do. Like, I mean, Hayden, anytime Hayden does stuff, it's impressive. It's just, with what happened between him and Levi, I'm sorry. Anybody that thinks that it wasn't going to happen, you're really blind.
Oh, we don't need to rehash this.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. We touched this enough in halftime there. So.
But he doesn't. To me, I'm sorry, he doesn't win the title next week. Because the thing is, for the first time in his life, he's going to have to be in a situation where even winning and just doing Deegan things is not good enough.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, man, all I know is 450 class might not be that, whatever. 250 class next week is going to be fucking insane
A little bit of bunching.
Who's going to bunch?
A little bit of bunching.
There's no bunching.
There's no bunching?
Joe doesn't have anybody to bunch with him.
Nah, man. Dude, Deegs just do a little bit of bunching.
I don't think Deegan knows how to bunch. I think Deegan
A
knows.
little bit of bunching.
Who? Because outside of Davies.
He's going to ask Eli how to do it. He's with the guy.
I'm going to be real annoyed, too, if, like, some of the other dudes on the Star team, if Bobby goes, hey, guys,
You don't think that's going to happen anyway? It's Bobby. It's fucking Star, dude. I like Star, but Star will play all the games.
I don't think he wins this title. I think
There's probably already being wrote up a bonus structure for fucking with Joe.
Well, if I'm Lars,
I'd be
then,
surprised if it's not.
if I'm Lars, then I'm going to the AMA
I'm sure he
and I'm
is.
telling them. And here's another thing that's kind of shitty about this, and this is the last thing I'll say because we did say all this. The last thing, I like Joe, but I'm not a Joe guy.
Yeah.
I like Joe though. I don't know how you can't like Joe. I think everybody is now like Joe. If that happens, it's like the nicest fucking dude you can do this
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. People that were on the fence, like what happened, what he did to Davies, whatever your opinions on that, that's not what my point to this is. He got booed. Can you imagine how many people are going to be pissed off at him if he blatantly just tees off on Joe?
Yeah. Yep. Jordan Smith, 11.5 for 7th, says he's the worst sand rider ever in Supercross.
Well, yeah, because, again, I think we proved a long time ago that sand sections, especially sweeper sand sections with rollers in the inside and outside, don't belong on a Supercross track.
Dax Bennett goes 9.7 for 8th.
He's kind of froggy, did it yesterday.
Yeah, it
Looked
was
pretty
okay.
good. Looked good in that LCQ.
Max Anstey goes 8.8 for 9th. Who did he almost tee up there? There was somebody, he went to the inside in one of the moto. I think it was the first moto. And almost teed him up, and I was like, holy shit. I don't remember who it was.
It wasn't a
though.
Cowie guy.
No, I don't remember who it was.
Well, I mean, there was a point where, again, all the fucking star dudes were,
Yeah,
like,
right in a row.
just stacked up the whole entire time.
Kitchen goes 5.12 for 10th.
Whatever.
Move was awesome, but you can't take yourself out, bud. Cole Davies, 7.11 for 11th.
Just kind of building back, man. Honestly, I don't expect much out of Davies until I think that if it's not who knows what coast he's going to be on. I think he's going to be on East Coast. I don't think we'll see the real Cole Davies show up until Australia, the Australia round.
Drew Adams, 13.9 for 12th.
Still needs to start.
Yeah, Ryder D, 12.10 for 13. Marchbanks dislocated his knee. Ow. Gutting it out because
Because
money.
Because he's a man
Because
child.
money.
Yeah.
14.13 for 14th. Dylan Schwartz, 16.15 for 15th. Colin Park, 15.17, 16th. Lux Turner, 17.16 for 17th. Parker Ross, 18.18 for 18th. Hunter Yoder, 20.19 for 19th. Cole Thompson, 19.21 for 20th.
Didn't even realize that Cole Thompson was on the AEO squad.
Justin Rodbell. this one I was dying when I saw him on the line. 21.22 for 21st.
Just back on a 250, apparently.
Just back on a 250. Gage Linville, DNS 20 for 22nd. And Henry Miller goes 22 DNS for 23rd.
22 DNS for 20th.
And that has been your 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Make sure to check them out. Okay. Anything else you want to touch on here?
No, as I said, man, next week I think when it went from a time where we thought maybe it was just going to be kind of par for the course and follow suit with what we think is going to happen, next week just got real freaking interesting.
Yeah, it definitely helped out. That first 250 moto there, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so boring all night. And then Jett got a shit start, made it way better. Then that second 250 moto happened, awesome. And then that third 450 moto was like, it's kind of a snoozer again.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, man. Next week is going to be really crazy. It's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen. And honestly, man, I'm somebody that has always hated team tactics. Just fucking go out and ride. If you can prove that you're faster than them, cool. If not, then that's your problem. I don't, honestly, I think I have an idea of what I think is going to happen, but I wouldn't bet on it because I really don't know. Because I am genuinely interested to see what Hayden does where he's in a situation where just going and winning is not good enough for the first time in his life.
Yeah.
And is that going to get with him? Does that throw him off his game? Because usually he goes into these races, he's like, I'm just going to do Hayden Deegan things, and I'm going to win that way.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, doing Hayden Deegan things is not going to win you this title.
Nope.
So it's like, what is he going to do? Is there going to be the team tactics? Because we kind of know, but the problem is that Davies and Thrasher have not been able to be on Joe's level, so outside of just cutting over on him on the start, like they're not really going to do much. Anstey's obviously not back to healthy, so that's not going to work. Dax is nowhere near Joe's level, so it's like, I don't know. I am genuinely going to be interested, and this is the kind of stuff that I'm not usually interested in. I hate all this off-the-track bullshit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, man. But I stand by my comment. I don't think Deegan wins.
Yeah.
I think Joe wins this title.
Yep.
I think that whether it's because he got 2-2, it doesn't matter. I think that Joe's going to win this title because I think the only way Hayden wins this title is he center punches him or blows him over the berm, and then I think we're going to have issues. And I think for the first time in a long time, if that happens, somebody is going to lose a title because the AMA stripped him of a title because it was too blatant.
Yeah.
Because I don't think just running in on his front end a la Levi is going to be good enough. Because Aiden can go in there and go, well, Joe kind of knows how to ride this way. He might be anticipating it. Like, I don't know if this is going to work. And then one of those things, what if he runs in on him, Joe doesn't go down, and then Hayden has to, like, actually move forward? Because then it's like, what does Hayden think in his mind? Well, that didn't work.
Yep.
Now am I going to play the brake check game? Well, that's not going to work either because then now you're fucking up your own race.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Gives us, at least makes it interesting here, like you said, coming up for Vegas.
Then this is the last thing I'll ask on that. Just raw thoughts right now. If you were to take a guess, what do you actually think happens?
To be honest, I think Deegan goes out and just stomps everybody.
But that's fine, though. So, like, then he
Yeah.
doesn't win the title?
I don't know, man. I'm so...
Who's going to beat Joe if Joe rides like he's been riding?
I don't know. Nobody.
Then that's the thing. Then Joe wins the title.
You got to be hopeful, which I don't really believe that's how Deegan works, but I don't know. And then I think Jett wins both because I think he's pissy.
I mean, honestly, I don't even really. I mean, I do, but I really don't care about the forfeit. The fact that Chase is checked out, like, cool
like
what
I said,
Hunter does, but like, I don't really care. The 250 class is really what I'm interested in.
I think Jett goes 1-1
Yeah,
just because I don't think he's pumped on how
I don't think
it
I'll
went this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think I'll dispute that. It's the 250 class.
Yeah.
So it's like then Joe wins the title.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, dude.
I don't know. It's
So
going to be
crazy.
wild. It's going to
So
be wild
crazy.
to see.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, with that being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks to our members. We got any member chats in the last 15 minutes?
Where did I leave off? Yeah, there's a few. Ralph says, RJ did that in the mud. I was there.
Yep.
Yep.
Flinched.
Yep.
Yep.
Tim says, if I put my B2 week notice in and my job threatened to fire me, I'm telling everyone.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Is that towards Prado?
I don't know.
That's got to be towards Prado.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm lost. Go ahead.
I'm always
Dread
lost.
says, as a Valley guy, myself, I had the same thoughts as Justin. I was thinking, what was the first moto, then was confused the second because he won. But whatever on a Honda lol.
What? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I don't
Okay.
Continue.
Tim says, I can't wait for overseas races to show how many whoops they have. that's
They're going to be concrete.
All right. All right. Well, thanks to our members.
Thank
Again,
you.
if you guys want to watch the show be recorded live, you want to have a more personal conversation with me with our Thirsty Thursday videos, then make sure to join our members area, B-Class Bench Racers. Get all the access to that. If you just want to watch the show get recorded live, it's 99 cents per month. You can just join our whatever it is, our basic members area there. Thanks to Rev X Products for putting the show on. They have been a great partner this year. Make fantastic oil and fuel lubricants there to help extend the life and performance of your motors across all your vehicle ranges there. Thanks to Complete Racing Solutions, thanks to Flo Racing, thanks to Gutter Works, thanks to Adept Creative Co., thanks to Alias MX, thanks to NANO XTREME. You didn't even have a painful take tonight.
Nope.
Thanks to TLR Coatings for this great studio here. Seth, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you still suck.
I know, stop berating me! Stop it!
Justin, thank you for coming in. We will see you next week
For sure.
to wrap up this entire 2025 season. And with that being said, we will see you all on the next one. Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath Show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Join the members area, subscribe. We'll see you all on the next one.